Yo, what the fuck is up, y'all? Welcome to another episode of Forilla Sunday Night Meltdown. I am your host, Forilla, of course. As always, with me is this bearded motherfucker right here. I know, man. I already got used to. I just haven't got this down yet. That point, because every time I do this, it looks like I'm fucking pointing back there.
Yeah,
You know
I
what I mean?
know. It's like I want to point this
This
way because that's
motherfucker.
where your screen is. But you're
Yeah, I
shit,
know.
further.
Yeah,
Gotta slap
you're
the wrist.
here. Fucking point over there. I'm pointing to my fucking wall. But yeah, what's up, guys? It is September 10th, 2023. Tomorrow is 9/11. 9/11.
Where were you? Where were you?
9/11. I was getting ready for work, man. I remember that day. I remember. I remember.
Yeah.
I remember.
Yeah, I was
you
fourth
remember?
grade. My mom and dad woke me up.
Oh,
Yeah,
fuck.
yeah. Come on, get ready for school. And then like they're watching the news, like
Yeah.
my mom is crying, and I was just thinking in the back of my mind, I was like, oh great, we're going to war.
Is there no school? I was
No
an
school?
adult. I was an adult going to work. I
Poor
was actually
baby.
I was a security guard, and they called all of us motherfuckers in. You know what I mean? So I remember
My dad was running a security company out in Las Vegas, and yeah, that's when shit got really hectic for us.
Yeah, they called us all in, and I remember watching the news. I saw the second plane. Boom! I didn't see the first because at first they were like, "Oh, plane, flew into the Twin Towers," and then all of a sudden, boom! I was like, "Oh, another plane!" Yeah, it's terrorist, but it is what it is. I mean, not it is what it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everybody yesterday, I'm sorry, but 9/11. I think it's how many years now? Fuck.
Yeah, 2001. It was 22 years ago.
That's a long time ago, man. But yeah, what's up, y'all?
Mhm.
It's another episode for the Sunday Night Meltdown. We got a couple of things to talk about. My Steelers lost today. My Steelers lost today to the bitch ass Niners. But it is what it is.
It is what it is.
What it is. It is what it is. I hope the fucking Cowboys fucking lose. So. I mean, because everybody, it's weird, man. It's fucking weird. The sports world is so fucking weird, man. I'm a Steelers fan. When the Cowboys lose, man, I don't say shit. When my team loses, Cowboy fans just come at me like there's no tomorrow. And I'm like, well, hey, worry about yourself. You know what I mean? Worry about your fucking self, man. Damn. But it is what it is. We are to let you guys know. If y'all are watching this, please share. Please go to the youtube.com/truthrec, where we are favoring it more now because bitch ass Facebook keeps muting the music of the guests that we keep interviewing. We have their permission. Facebook, get your shit together.
Mm-hmm.
We have their permission to play their music.
It's not even that, but Facebook no longer will let us dispute the censoring. There were one or two episodes where we could like, no, this is them, we can do it. But after last week's episode, they no longer will listen to our case. Yeah. So we are kind of SOL on
please, we are pushing the YouTube channel now. YouTube is letting us get away with a lot more. YouTube is not muting the shit. It's an interview. You know what I mean? It's a fucking interview. It's stupid. It's fucking stupid. Whoever, what's his name? Mark Zuckerfuck? Fucking nut.
Mark Zuckerberg.
Yeah, whatever. Anyway, y'all go to the YouTube channel. It's youtube.com/truthrec. We're gonna try to favor that more. Please share. That's the only way we're gonna keep getting, liked and people. I want that plaque.
You still want that plaque?
I want that fucking plaque. But yeah, please, guys, share. I mean, we can only do so much. We share once we start listening to music. That's where, if you ever pay attention, our eyes go down to our phone. That's when we're sharing and everything. Today's guest, we have Rulow from, where is he from, man? I forgot where he's from. Is it Arizona, Las Vegas?
I don't know. What was he doing in San Antonio? If he's from, I mean, don't get me wrong.
He was with Robzilla, but I'm gonna go ahead and let him tell that story. It was Robzilla. It was him and Robzilla. But he came from, I want to say he came from Arizona. I may be wrong. I may be wrong, but we
Yeah.
have he's our guest tonight, and then we also have take two with Doughboy from
Yes, because there is Colorado.
Colorado. There he goes. He's from Colorado, so we're getting people out there. You know what I mean? We're attracting more and more people that want to be on the show, which is pretty cool. And then next week, I don't even who do we have next week?
Next week we have your boy Soldier.
Uh-huh.
And then we have Black Magic, but you haven't gotten an email with his music yet. So
I don't even know who
as
Black
soon as we're
Magic
done
is.
tonight, I'm gonna reach out to him to see if he sent shit over for it.
Well, that's what's up. So see, we're slowly building, and it's all because of you guys. Thank you very, very, very much. I want to give a big shout out to my boy Luna, who is on tour right now, with the whole She Camp. I don't remember who's all involved in the tour. I know he is, but I want to tell y'all be careful out there. Be safe. Come the fuck back home, Luna. I still want the track that you begged me for a whole year to be on. I finally wrote the motherfucker, and I still don't got the motherfucking track. I forgot it. I don't remember my verse or anything. You know what I mean? I know Heathenist. I'm on one of your next tracks. You say you don't let me wait a year like Luna. I'll make you wait a year and a half. Is that fine?
No, no. Actually, the track I sent you yesterday, I actually want to release it as a single. I don't feel that it fits the vibe for Natural Born Loser.
Well, I do have an idea, and this came from Luna, and to me, brilliant idea. He says he's never going to release an album, which is cool.
Yeah,
cool
we've talked about it. You want to release a bunch of singles, and then
just a bunch of singles with badass pictures, and So, but I mean, I still want to do an album because when we do shows, people want that. People want that physical copy of where can I get this song? Where can I get this song? Where can I get this song? And I don't want to always say, "Well, go to Spotify." You know, what I mean, to me that's rude. You know.
Yeah.
But to have a physical copy in your hand with an autograph, man, it's cool because you never know what's going to happen in the future. You can blow up.
That's all fine. That personally, from my point of view, that's all fine, well and good if you want to do it that way. It's just my whole issue is with how distribution websites work. Is that if you want to see how an album is doing, it loads the album, all the songs onto one page, and you can go through and see how everything is doing. While if you just release a shit ton of singles, you have to load those songs individually and see how it's doing. That's something I don't like.
My thing is because these websites that play our music and all that don't pay shit. I'd rather charge $10 for an album and get paid. You know what I mean? The streaming's not getting played through a CD player or anything like that. But still, you know what I mean? Physical copy.
Well, I mean,
something in your hand.
Not just that, but the physical copies is better promo wise than just going on, because I would much rather sit there with an album and listen to it for a couple of days, figure out which songs I like, and then go on my Spotify and then add the songs to my Spotify.
I agree completely. I'm old school, man. I like the physical copies. I'm that person where if you're gonna sell something to me, I want to hold it in my hand. You know what I mean? I don't want to.
I got it. My shelf with my CDs.
Guys, if y'all have any music y'all want to send our way, man, hey, if you have album and all that shit, especially t-shirts, because we're here to rep y'all. You know what I mean? If y'all have any t-shirts y'all want us to rep, you, man, let us know. Let us know.
Who you wearing?
I'm wearing Shy One.
I'm wearing my boy, Lunatic Librarian.
So we represent the people who we interview. We represent locals. I've always been about the underground. I really have. I've always been about that. Do I listen to mainstream music? Yeah, here and there. Yeah, here and there.
Like it.
I'm not gonna lie. Shit, I'm a DJ. I'm a rapper and a DJ. I have to fucking play. Yeah, a little bit. I have to play the mainstream shit. And once I keep playing the mainstream shit, it's fucking in your head, and you end up liking the shit. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, it is what it is. So, but yeah, what's in the news today, man? I'm sorry we're rambling on and shit.
So there's been a lot of shit. But what I really want to talk about is the back and forth between the San Antonio police and the DA.
Guys, I know before we even get into the subject, I know. Your hood is harder than ours. Your city is tougher than ours. Because every time I've talked about this to anybody, they always do the coin flip. Well, shit, it's like Houston is. Well, dude, fine, okay, but we're talking about what's on the news right now. Now, a couple weeks. It's already been a couple weeks. It's been a couple weeks.
Yeah.
Some guy that was released that should have stayed in jail, but he was released. He shot. I think 3 cops have been shot since 2 weeks ago. For the past 2 weeks, I think the total amount of cops that have been shot, I think, has been 9. That's a lot.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that's a lot of fucking police officers have been shot. I think only 1 has died. Everybody else is recovering. But the thing that's going on right now is our police chief is blaming, even though he's saying he's not pointing fingers. He's saying, I'm not pointing fingers at the DA. That's literally pointing fingers at the fucking DA.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, he's pointing fingers at the DA, saying that these guys should not have been on the street. They should not have been on the street. They should have stayed in jail. Why are they on the street? The DA response is, well, I'm not saying it's the PD's fault, pointing fingers, but if the police department would have done their job, and I agree with this, man, because a lot of times the police department, they don't do the paperwork like they're supposed to. The DA is saying that if the PD would have documented everything right for evidence when they go to court on paper, they would probably be locked up still. So it's a continuous battle of, and you know, man, because I'm consistent. I'm every night. I'm like, they're pointing fingers again. They're pointing fingers again.
Yeah, it's been twice in 1 week. You message me like, dude, watch the news. I don't got cable. Fuck.
I'm gonna hook you up on that, bro. I'm gonna hook you up on that part. I gotta talk to Vanessa first. But yeah, so they're just pointing fingers, and this is what kind of. I made a video of this. I know not that many people saw it or anything because I really didn't tag people. Usually when I make a video, I tag people so I can get people's reactions and all that. But I find it funny how now it's an issue. Now it's an issue. People get killed every day. People get killed every day, correct? Yeah, people get killed every day. Even some by police officers. People get killed every day, and it's never really been an issue. No one's ever really said, well, why is this person behind bars? He should be behind bars. Why is he still on the street? I don't remember ever. I'm one of those guys that watch the news now. You know what I mean? I guess I'm the old guy. You know, I'm old, so I watch the news. So, but why is it an issue now? Is it an issue now because police officers are getting shot? Is that why you want to address the issue? Like what? Yep. I mean, before, man, there's been, dude, you've been in my side of town, man. It's not a cakewalk. You know, there's fucking homeless people. There's I can open the door, right? The homeless guy, that's literally right there. You know what I mean? You've seen him. But I just find it funny that now it's an issue. And Chief McDickpluck or whatever the fuck his name is blaming the DA, and the DA is blaming the PD. I'm like, guys, y'all weren't like this when normal civilians were getting shot and killed.
Nope.
Y'all didn't give a shit. You know what I mean? Just like the DA's problem about this guy that should be locked up. I mean, even though now he's on what did I say? His bond is
like 4 million something.
4.3 million. So whatever the 10% of that is, like, what is that? Like 400,000, something like that. More or less.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not good with math. I'm not good with math. I'm just saying. But I just find it funny how now, because police officers are getting shot, it's an issue. That's just me. If y'all have any comments, y'all want to say anything, man, go ahead. Comment right here. The comments, the lines are open and all that. Y'all could go ahead and comment, and we could just go back and forth. You know what I mean? What do you have to say about this, Mr.
I mean, like I said in like the last 2 previous times we've talked about this, yes, the PD should have done their paperwork better, but like I said, if the guy gets picked up on a traffic stop, then there's no reason to put in the paperwork that he killed somebody if that's not why they were there. You know, it's like
I have a idea, and this is just an
mm-hmm,
idea. I know someone's
mm-hmm,
gonna come in here. Well, who's gonna pay for it? And yada yada yada. This is just an idea, motherfuckers. All right. You know how there's these sites out there. It says police to police. You ever seen those?
mm-hmm. Yeah,
Police to
audit.
police. Yeah, where they like to they pick on the police on purpose and
Mm-hmm.
they videotape them
They
on
bait
purpose.
cops.
They
Yeah,
like to poke at the cops. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Well, when I saw police to police, I thought about this, man. I was like, why not make a department that literally polices the police? Now, to
There
be a
is.
part
It's
of this,
called
no,
it. Nope, nope. There already is. It's
what,
called
what?
internal affairs, and the
No. Listen
internal
to this.
affairs.
Listen to this. I'm talking about where they wear a badge. They did dress up just like cops, and they patrol, not civilians. You know how I know good goddamn well you've seen a couple cops where they just parked like this somewhere deep behind a building or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm talking about they patrol the area for those cops and they just roll up on them and say, "What are y'all doing? Where are y'all supposed to be?" Now they don't have any authority to pull over civilians. They cannot harass civilians. They're only there to focus on the police officers that are not doing their jobs. Now the upside to this is they can assist the PD. Like if they're running someone down, they can assist the PD to continue to run them down. Like let's say the police have you pulled over for no fucking reason, they could come up, boop boop.
Yeah, but the
Why do you
thing
have
is
them
though
pulled over?
is that you'll have a million motherfuckers that want to apply for this position and troll the cops all day every day.
Well,
But as
you
soon as
have to be
and
you have to fall within reason of the application. You
well,
cannot be a former PD. You can't.
I think I think that if something like that has to happen because the cop has to go through like 6 months of training and they get just a
That's another
crash
thing.
course. They get a crash course in what's legal, what's not legal, and they have to in their own time where they're not getting paid to, they have to research the law. And it takes a lawyer
Well,
8 to 10
that's what I'm
years
saying. That's what I'm saying.
studying the law.
If you have to go to school to be a lawyer, that's like 8-9 years. If you have to go to school to be a doctor, that's about 10 years. If you have to go to school to be a nurse, that's about 2 to 5 years. You know what I mean? Depending on what type of nurse you're
Yeah.
going for. Why can't we go to school to be a police officer? Nope, it's just training. That's all it is.
Mm-hmm.
And besides the
It's
training,
literally a crash
why
course.
can't these cops get a like every 3 months get a crash course and you have to pass a physical? Because I've seen some fat motherfuckers.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And
Speaking
those
about fat
motherfuckers don't.
speaking about fat motherfuckers, if a cop gets too fat, from what I hear, they get transferred over to the independent school district as school cops.
See, that's fucking bullshit. That's what I'm saying, man. I mean, they want it's stupid. It's very stupid. Do I expect a police officer to be a marathon runner? No, but come on, man. Come on, be in some decent shape, man. Because I've seen some cops.
If you ran track and field in high school, I mean, I'm not gonna run from you. But if it looks like you spend literally all your downtime eating Krispy Kremes, I'm gonna run. I'm gonna run.
Just like not recently, man. Earlier this year, man, I had a neighbor get their car stolen, and you know who found it? You know who literally found? Dude, they saw their car. They called PD. I found my stolen car. They reported that it was stolen.
Mm-hmm.
Then the idiots who stole it stayed in the fucking neighborhood like dumbasses. My neighbors found their stolen car, called the PD. I found my stolen car. He's right here. Okay, man, we'll send somebody out there. Dude, they literally waited an hour and a half. PD still wasn't there. They saw the person who stole the car get in the car and then take off. PD never showed up. 4 days later, they found the car again. And they told PD he's right, and they finally went, and the PD they go, he's right there, and the PD looked them dead in the eye, and they said, "Well, we can't chase after people who steal cars." Say that again. You can't go after people who stole cars, who stole the
But
vehicle.
they chase people that run red lights in
Oh no,
stolen vehicles all
I'm
the
pretty
fucking time.
sure. I promise you, this cop didn't want to work that day. I promise you, because one of the excuses that he gave my neighbors was, "Well, I was on my break." From what I understand, man, just like nurses, if you're and like fire departments, when you're on your break, as soon as that bell goes, whoop, break's over. It's time to work.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I would assume that's the way it is for the PD. Am I right?
Yeah.
It should be.
Yeah. I mean, it should be.
But that cop literally said, "I was on my break." You know, I understand.
Speaking
That's why
about
it's what.
cops,
Oh,
before we start rambling, because we're
we're
hitting the
short for
half hour
time. Yeah,
mark.
yeah, yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
So what's going up? Oh, what's going on up there in Austin, there, big buddy?
Okay. This just happened literally on Monday. You know how everybody was saying defund the police, defund the police? Well,
Yeah.
Austin, Texas was the first city to defund the police. I don't know how much they defunded them. I don't. But from what I understand and from what I read on the news, on one of the news pages, is as soon as they defunded the police, 800 of Austin PD quit. That's a big fucking number.
Mm-hmm.
800 quit. So because of that, I think a lady got robbed or something, and she called 911, and they literally told her, I gotta find the news article, but they literally told her, do not call 911 no more, call 311. And I think that's the Texas, what are they called?
It's a
Not the Rangers.
non-emergency.
No, in Austin, 311 is like, the fuck are those damn, not okay. They're the cops that could go out throughout all Texas. Well, who's that?
The state troopers?
State trooper. There you go. Supposedly that's the state trooper number that you have to ask for the state troopers. And they're basically saying, they just broke it down saying, good luck if anybody comes to you to help you. So Austin is fucked right now. So I already told my daughters, if you ever take a road trip, don't go to Austin, because if something happens to you, man, you call 911. It's basically good luck if a police officer helps you. And the Texas troopers, man, you could call 311, and what if they're in Corpus and you're getting robbed in Austin? Okay, we'll be there in about 5 hours. Stay there.
Yeah,
You know
no,
what I mean?
I'll never go to Austin again. I won't.
Nah, yeah, I ain't going there anytime soon. The bad thing about it is, because they're defunded there in Austin, they're gonna come to. We're only what, an hour and a half away from Austin, more or
About
less.
45 minutes to an hour. Yeah.
Yeah. They're gonna flood this way. It's gonna flood this way. You know what I mean? It's gonna flood this way. And this is Texas. And speaking of Texas, what's that one thing you were telling me about earlier? A little while ago before we went on here.
Oh, you're talking about what happened in New Mexico?
Yes, probably. I don't know.
Oh, so the governor of New Mexico signed an executive order temporarily suspending New Mexico citizens' Second Amendment right.
Stupid.
She labeled it as a emergency health crisis due to gun violence. There's a bunch of whereas. I've got her tweet and the executive order declaration on my Facebook page. And basically what it sums up is, it in the state of New Mexico right now, as far as I understand it, I could be wrong. As far as I understand it from what I read, was because the Second Amendment has been suspended, if you get stopped by the police and you are within your legal rights protected by the Second Amendment to be either open or concealed carry, you will be arrested and charged, as I understand and read it, as a felony. And
Stupid.
if that happens, you are not allowed to own or possess a firearm after that point.
And this is where again?
New Mexico. This is our neighbors.
Yeah. I mean, I understand why everybody is flooding to Texas. I really do, man. Because the laws and everything that I see on the news and everything that are the new laws and everything else is taking place and all that. And I know us Texans, um, I know our laws are a lot more lenient, but people got to understand, man. They are lenient, but Texas is very fucking strict, man. Y'all want to come over here and just it's Texas, man. It's more freedom than Arizona. It's more freedom than Cali. It's more freedom than New York. It is, man, to a certain point, man. A lot of motherfuckers are.
I mean, okay, so it's not that we're more free.
Yeah.
I mean, we have gun violence just as much as New York, just as much as California. But what sets us apart from, I'm going to say it, liberal states like New York and California is the fact that we've made it to where the law-abiding citizens can legally carry and legally defend themselves.
And I think that's why
California and New York are, I'm not going to lie, dude, they are fucking nut jobs out there.
Yep.
Nothing against my friends and family in California, nothing against friends and family out in New York.
But see, the thing is, man, is I've said it before, man. Everybody in their side of the world thinks that, oh man, we're harder than you. No, but people in New York don't give a shit. Like, bro, y'all do know, man, a lot of motherfuckers want to consider Texas being its own country, right? Like, we have so much land. Yes, you have people that murder that they murder in New York, they murder in California, they murder in Utah. There's murders that are going on, but eventually they get caught because their world is this. Texas is just so boof. Like, it takes them years to find out what happened. Why? Because we have a lot of land. A lot of land. You know what I mean? And then the shit that we have here, man, you can fucking honestly kill someone and then feed them to the buzzards and whatever the fuck animals we have here in Texas. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't know. It's stupid, man. It's fucking stupid.
Well, I think personally, I think we should give everybody, you want to own a gun, great. You want to conceal carry, great.
Take a
if
test.
You want to, take a test. Take a psych eval. Go to gun safety training. Go to the shooting range often.
You do know it's not going to stop everybody, though.
No,
like,
no, it's
morons.
It's everybody.
That's why I don't. That's why I tell my son all the time, man. He's like, Dad, well, I mean, why did you let that guy talk shit to you? I'm like, dude, he looks young. I promise you, he won't be able to throw hands. I promise you. His first thing in his mind is going to be, I'm going to shoot you. You know what I mean?
That's exactly it. That's one of the reasons why we have such a high, gun violence and, deaths related to guns is because people don't know how to fight and they're scared to fucking lose.
Yeah, they're scared. They're scared to get an ass whooping.
I mean, personally, I'd rather have my nose broken, with my eye socket shattered, spitting what teeth I have left out. Yeah, I'd live to go home. I don't want to get shot over a road rage incident and then wake up in the pearly gates, not being there for my fucking kids. You're out of your fucking mind. Yes, I will carry, I will conceal, and I will open carry, but I will not. I was taught better. Don't go for it unless you plan to use it. You can always de-escalate a situation.
Oh yeah,
but anyway, enough of the politics.
I hate talking about politics. You see what happens when you talk politics?
Yeah, it's my fault. Yeah,
you get into this fucking. You get this Forilla that comes out of me that nobody fucking likes. Nobody fucking cares. We probably lost viewers. I don't give a shit. I'm just saying. I don't like talking about politics. Without further ado, guys. Without further ado, I'm sorry we drugged the first 30 minutes, man. But without further ado, we're gonna have our first guest, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to bring to the table right now. He goes by the name of Rulow.
What's up?
What's up?
Can everybody hear me?
We hear you, brother.
Settle down. Hey, relax.
Talking to your fleshies again,
dude.
Kansas City.
Oh, okay.
Kansas City.
That's where you're from?
Yep, Missouri.
Oh shit.
We said every
You were
fucking
way
damn
the
city
fuck
and
off.
state except that one.
I was like Delaware. I was like, what Delaware? Is that even? Yeah.
What was it?
No,
Kalamazoo,
man.
Missouri? What the fuck?
Yeah, there you go, bro. That's me. But
What's
man,
up, brother?
thank you guys for having me, man. This is
Oh,
killer.
no problem. No problem. How you doing, man? How you doing? First, how you
I'm
doing?
chilling. First off, well, I'm a little, I never done something like this, so I'm kind of nervous. But
well, shit, we're popping your cherry.
well, kind of.
Like
I'm gonna give you
I'm
that a little
I'm
bit.
telling you,
I'm gonna ease it in.
like I
Bro.
told you.
I'm not gonna force it. I'm gonna
all I can ask for.
ease it.
It's all, hey.
Now,
like I said, it's nothing to get anxious over. It's
Oh,
just,
dude.
we're just kicking back.
I've been bugging him so bad. I've been texting him like, hey, so like it'd be like 2 a.m. because I'd be down here in my basement. I'm like, how do I get this stuff going? Like, what do I need to do? And he sent me a link. I'm like, hey, can you send that again? And I've just been tripping, man, because I'm not tech savvy like that.
It's all good. But the way I like to do it, man, is I like to just let it flow like a river. You know what I mean?
Oh, for sure.
Because there've been artists that we have coming up. Well, what do I need to know? What are y'all gonna ask? And I'm like, dude, just let it flow.
Yeah,
let
just
it flow.
talk.
Because if you're worried about what we're gonna ask, man, it's not really gonna come out right.
Right,
you know?
right.
Yeah, I mean, if you do raise concerns to us, like, hey, there are some things I don't want to talk about, okay, without telling me what you don't want to talk about, give me the questions you don't want to be asked, so we can stay away from those style of questions. Gotcha. And we've actually had a couple of people drop out because we were supposed to know what the fuck they were talking about.
Yeah, you're like, yeah. Take the blanket over my eyes. Tell me what you don't want to talk about. See, like that's one thing I noticed about your guys' show too, is because I've been watching it ever since I met you guys at the Juggalo night, and you guys have a very chill, talking over a beer kind of thing about you. Even like a heathenist, so I met him. He was like, man, I was slammed that night. I can't remember shit. And I was like, hey, but you did good. Like, I was like, hey, I still understood what you were talking about
that. I'll be right back.
Oh, yeah, you gotta get a refill.
Yeah,
but no, the reason I was over in Texas because I met Rob. And I was telling him, I said, look, I want to get out of state more and try to like spread my wings a little bit. And he says, okay, well, let me talk to you. And I said, okay, bet. Yeah, Forilla. And sorry, you can't tell.
No, you're good. Yeah. No, you're going to have to get used to it, bro. Because usually I've been pointing over here. And like, to me, my camera heathenness is over here.
Right.
I have to point over here.
Over there, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Backwards.
Yeah.
But then he goes, if you could get down to Texas, then I got you a show. And I was like, you know what? I need to go. And I had a couple weeks off of work. And I was like, bet. So then we just, bam, 17 hours down there. It was pretty cool though, staying over in Corpus on the bay. It was worth it for sure.
Yeah. Did you check out those places that I told you to check out, or you didn't have time?
I did not have time yet, but I'm definitely gonna come back when we throw another Juggalo night, man.
Well, the Juggalo night is a yearly thing. Now after the pandemic squashed, like ruined my fucking Juggalo night. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Juggalo night 4, I like literally was almost dying. I was on my deathbed and shit because I caught the Rona and all that fuck.
Right.
But so it literally took me like the year after that, there was no Juggalo night. People kept bugging, bring it back. I honestly wasn't gonna bring it back, bro. I wasn't.
It was. I'm glad you did because that was a good show.
So next year, Juggalo Night 6 will be hopefully in April.
Okay.
That's when I usually do Juggalo nights where it's cooler. You know, like this year sucked.
It was
I know
pretty warm.
Fucking hot, man.
Yeah, you get a way bigger turnout. That's for sure.
Yeah. So I mean, I would love to have you down if you want to, man. So we'll keep in touch and everything. I know I have a couple other artists that we've been interviewing that want to do Juggalo Night also. So okay, that's that's in the future, man. Let's talk about you. Yeah, let's talk about you. You are here. How long? Okay, let's rewind it a little bit more. What got you to start doing music?
I've been doing music ever since I was like 3 years old, dude. Like my dad, he was in a band, toured around the United States back in his day, and ever since I was a little kid, he had guitar amps out, banging out heavy metal, and that's what I grew up on, listening to heavy metal. I learned how to play the drums, the guitar, bass, piano. I learned it all, everything. But I started getting more serious with it but I was in a band and we were this close to start going out and playing live. It was a kick-ass set, but then it didn't work out and I got pissed and then just started doing hip hop music. you know.
So because you know how to play all that stuff, why don't you be where are you from again? What
Kansas City.
Kansas?
Yeah.
Why don't you be like the Kansas City Kid Rock?
Dude, I'd love to. It's just about, well, okay, for instance, my whole time doing, I think I accomplished so much in the 1 year. I did this for 1 year. Actually, going to Texas was my anniversary, kind of from when I started my first open mic. I had a, that's what I say, you're kind of popping me a little bit, but like I was on the radio for a short interview for a couple of shows I did.
Nice.
And then I then going out of state a few times. I was a part of a couple of festivals. So like I'm working on it, but just here in Kansas City, there's an abundance of talent, but it's just so what do they call that? Like overfilled with ego. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
And
no,
sometimes
it's everywhere, bro. It's
right.
everywhere, man.
See, your face tells everything I need to know. You know, it's just so like, yeah, the dream of just.
Didn't you sense it at Juggalo night? A lot of those guys that performed Juggalo night were just really full of themselves.
Yeah, a little bit, but I was more at shock of this. Well, first off, because the different types of music, you know what I'm saying? Yes, I come from a heavy metal background, but then like you're about to hear later on, my type of music is more conscious, more chill, like chill. I use different weird kind of you'll hear it in a second.
No, yeah, dude, I was very impressed when you performed, man. Very,
well,
very
thank
impressed.
You.
Yeah, man, you made a fan.
Hey, and you the same, man, with that hot chip. You know, shit. I was just watching that interview too just a minute ago. I was working out, setting up my stuff, and I was like, man, that shit was crazy. You know what I'm saying? And then Heathenist, whenever, you know, he said I was drunk on my ass. I'm like, how are you that tore up and then still performed and did good? I was like, that didn't make
bro.
Okay. So my set was early enough. I only had 3 beers literally from when artists started performing. I had 3 beers just to keep me cool.
Right.
And then it was after my set was done is when I really started hitting the beer. And the next thing I know, shots are being brought over to me.
Oh, hell.
And next thing I know, I'm getting whisked away by everybody wanting to be on the Meltdown. But literally out of that whole fucking show, out of everybody I've talked to, you were the only person who actually went out of your way to hit me up about or to even like talk to me about jumping on for a set.
Yeah, well, I appreciate you guys for
kind of
having me.
Half-assed.
Oh, no problem.
Oh, sure,
bro.
dude. I don't remember much. But what I do remember is I do remember thinking, who the fuck is this guy? And then halfway through your set, I'm like,
me too.
Okay.
I'm one of them, man.
Okay.
I don't know if someone has the
it.
video.
Okay.
If someone has a video of you performing, I don't have it, man, because I wasn't recording. I was very rarely recording, man. Then I started drinking and like I started to get buzzed and all that shit. But you caught my attention. Like I was at my DJ table and I heard you playing. I got that. What the fuck? Like I honestly didn't expect that from you, man. Because I did that. I did that whole. I judged the book by its cover.
Hey, everybody does it. Everybody does it.
Yeah.
I did.
I come from that also.
No, you're good. You guys are good. I mean, because whenever I first pulled up, of course, you know, I kind of did the same kind of thing because I'm not even gonna front. Like, I'm just gonna put it all on the table. When I first went to San Antonio, right? Because that's San Antonio where you guys are from. Okay.
Yes.
I was looking like it was like a culture shock almost because when I was driving through the neighborhoods, it just felt like all the houses are different, the trees are different, the roads are everything about. Of course, like
yards.
you just said. Yeah.
Everything have yards.
Yeah, everything was different. And I was like, especially from here. And I was like, but then when I pulled up to the venue, I was like, why is that building so small? Like I wasn't expecting to be outside. I didn't know. So I was judging it. But then at the end of the night, when people really started showing up, I was like, holy shit, this is live. Like this is dope.
Yeah.
Like I need to be a part of this.
It's like I told everybody, man. The pictures of Juggalo Night don't serve it justice.
No, it really doesn't, dude.
Yeah,
there's hella people there. And your system, and in your system too, because like I DJ, I've been doing like live music stuff for a long time, and I have all. You know how you have the active stuff? Yes. I use all passive. So like I run power amps, and but my shit is like you see tall as us. You know what I'm saying? Like I got two.
Those are goddamn,
dude, it's ridiculous. Like I loaded in my truck and I'm out on town and I'm hitting. But I mean, what I'm getting at is I kind of judged it a little bit. I was like, I didn't think it was gonna be bad by any means. Like I was like, this is gonna be an intimate show because like I've been part of plenty of those here, but but it really popped off, especially being outside. I was like, man, how are the cops not getting called over here? I was like, how are we not
San
getting?
Antonio?
Yeah,
San
see, culture shock.
Yeah.
I was not prepared for that.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean, I'm not saying I'm the best promoter in San Antonio, man. I've never said that. I've never been cocky about that, man. But a lot of times when I put a show together, man, people are always, I want to be on it. I want to be on it.
Yep.
I want to be on
That's
it.
what you told me.
You know, yeah. So
that's.
I mean, it's very, very rare that. Oh, Rob Zilla's in the motherfucking house.
What's up, Rob? How's it going?
I was about to say Rob Zilla's here, and he says,
"I'm glad Big Rude didn't quit making music. You're gonna quit."
Oh yeah, we'll get into that, bro. Like
let's
what
dive
you get
in
into
right
music.
now.
Okay, well, so in these few songs, by the way, I'm gonna be doing this because I got a couple flies kicking me in my ass over here for some reason. But no, anyway, in these 3 songs you're about to hear off this album, which is the album cover is right there. I just got to throw this out because my girlfriend's watching and she drew that for me, and I thought that was pretty sick. But anyway. Yeah, dude, I love it. But anyway, sorry, I just had to throw that in there because she's watching. But no, you're gonna hear like the 3 that I picked out are like the beginning, the middle, and then like where I feel like I'm at now. Because yeah, for sure. Whenever I lost the band and stuff, I was like, man, I couldn't get no one to play with me. No one, and especially here, everybody wants to talk about it, but nobody wants to do it.
Be about it.
You met many people. Yeah, Heathen just said that, and it's like, you know what? I'm just gonna stop because music can be a curse sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Like it really can, because you have these dreams that you're almost okay. So I like I say, I got on the radio once. Like I didn't say like a whole 30-minute, 45-minute interview or nothing, but I got to say my name and throw a song on there. That's an accomplishment, right? But now I want another one, and I want another one, and now I got on this podcast. I want another. It's like it's almost like it engulfs you sometimes. That's why whenever I went to that open mic the first night, I was like, you know what? No matter what I'm gonna do with music, it's just gonna be for like I just want to be able to look back on my life and go, you know what? I went to Texas and did that shit. I went to that open mic, and now I met, Forilla and Heathenness. Like I want to be able to. That's why I post shit on YouTube and like TikTok. It's not because I want to be all famous for it. It's just because I want to look at my grandkids, just like my dad did with me, and kind of inspire me through his life. I want to inspire my kids through my life. And next thing you know, bam, we got 50 Cent in my family. You know what I'm saying?
I'm sorry. I just need to say I agree with that 100%. I come from not a long line of musically inclined,
you do
people. My grandparents played piano. They sang in the choir. My mom and dad, they weren't 100% musically inclined, but they did sing with the church choir. And so everybody thought that, I was going to be next. I was going to sing with the church choir, and I can't hold a tune to save my ass.
No, he can't.
Looking back, I can't. But I mean, looking back at, what, little accomplishments I do have, I did finally have the money to make physical copies, to have merchandise. I actually, half-ass started a label, majorly based out in Tennessee. They flew me out to Tennessee, where I stayed for a while, and I got to open up for Liquid Assassin in Atlanta, Georgia. I went and I traveled the country. Everywhere I went, I was leaving promo, demos, samplers, and blah, 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 blah.
Right.
Colorado, Arizona, Utah, Nevada. Nevada was the one place I wanted to perform that I didn't outright properly get to perform at. There's a lot of bullshit that went into it. But I look back and I see what a lot of my other artist friends, what they've done and what they haven't done. And the only people I can't compete with right now is you, Rob Zilla and Forilla, like the ones that have been doing this for a while. Yeah, I don't want to fucking hear that.
Who
did you open up for? Who have you opened up for?
Yeah.
I ain't shit, man.
And it's and I look back and the accomplishments and the accolades I do have, especially this one. This one.
Is that a show you're doing?
That's one we just did.
It's a show we
did. Just did.
Three-Headed Monster Tour.
Yeah.
Violent
Yeah,
J,
that's
Isham, and
what's up.
Yeah. You're welcome.
Since I started making music, thank you. Since I started making music, opening up for Violent J has been a fucking dream, and Forilla made it happen. And a lot of my artist friends, they can't even perform in front of more than 15 people at any given time, and that's including the staff at the bar.
Right. Yeah, that's what I'm so scared of that sometimes. But then again too, it's like I can bring some people in, and I would love to start bringing people in, but there's one person here in Kansas City. You see, it's like there's one person in Kansas City that's ever made me bringing people to a show right, and his name's ATM. I got to shout him out. He's a awesome promoter here in Kansas City. He's doing his thing. Love the guy. He's great. But he's the only one that's ever made me bringing people right. Like gave me the $5 off a head. And I could easily pack a place up with 30 to 45 people from my family because they all want to see me grow. They've seen me grow up in music. They'd love to come see me do a show. But why am I about to do all that work and sell your tickets? And then out of nowhere, it's, I think somebody took the money. I'll get you back next week or some shit. It's like, you know what? It's not even worth it. Send me out of state where I can at least have the excuse of I'm from out of state. You know what I'm saying? And then I get to go meet you guys. And then next thing you know, it's not hard to meet people, but it's hard to retain a good friendship with somebody. And that's one thing, and I just got to say too, I don't know if you're still watching or if you're going to watch it later, but Rob Zilla has definitely helped me so much when it comes to this, learning how to retain a network connection. Because
I'm gonna tell you something right now about Rob, man. He's one of the realest motherfuckers that I've ever met.
Oh yeah,
sure. And there's not that many people that I fuck with, man. And we've been talking about this, and it's my name is Forilla. Yeah, I am a San Antonio Silverback. I am a gorilla. You know what I mean? That is Rob Zilla, like Godzilla. You know what I mean? I've been telling him, barking up that tree, man. We gotta have a Forilla versus Rob Zilla tour.
Oh yeah, dude.
It just makes sense, man.
Come to Kansas City.
I mean? It just makes sense.
Please come to Kansas City.
I even get a hold of your people. I'm down for it. For it.
I even told him let's make an album. You know what I mean? The Rob Zilla versus Forilla, and there's nothing bad because everybody he's going to see that versus. There's nothing bad. It's just an album. You know what I mean?
It works together.
Yeah.
I mean,
but Rob Zilla, man. Yeah, Rob Zilla is one of the most loyalist, and he's a great dude, man. He's just a great.
He is.
Dude. He's a great guy.
Through him, I met another awesome dude, Mr. Fuentes. I mean, you guys have to know
him too, man.
Love Mr. Fuentes.
Fucking awesome, man.
Him and I have some stuff in the works.
Can Mr. Fuentes be part of the tour too? You and Mr. Fuentes?
Yeah. I don't see why not.
Yeah. Hey, why gotta have him? Because I didn't know him.
I'm jealous. I'm jealous.
Of what?
I'm jealous. Mr. Fuentes,
it hasn't even happened yet, man.
For me, no. So for me, in order for me to work with another artist, for me to really approach them, I have to know them for a little while. Rob Zilla, I've known since I first started doing shows. The first time I did a show, he was at, and it was for Liquid Assassin at Jack's Bar. It was the first time I met him. And I've been kind of loosely following his career. I bumped into him at a couple of other shows, and it wasn't until when was it? It was one of the other shows you threw where I really sat down with him one-on-one and really chopped it up with him. And he was like, "Well, if you got something, hit me up." Yep. The worst I'll say is no. And I'm like, okay. And so I sent him a song idea, and
it just
No, I was gonna talk to Rulow. How did you and Zilla meet? Like, was he on tour? Or?
Yes, he was on tour with the awesome horrorcore artist named Brandon Had Enough out of Oklahoma, and he was a I just had to shout him out because he's he's like the vessel.
Shout out all the people you need to shout out, bro.
Oh yeah, these are the guys that help me out. And if I feel like if I don't give them their flowers, then why should I expect them to give me help in the future? You know what I mean? But it was him. It was Brandon Had Enough, Airborne, and Rob Zilla. They were on tour for the Unholy Vibes tour. They came through down here to Kansas City. And then it was a very intimate show. I'm talking about, it was a smaller club. I think it was one of their club's first like shows as a venue. I can't remember exactly what the name of that club was, but anyway, they walked in and then the stereo was a little kind of fidgety. So me knowing how to work stereos, I went over there, started tearing it apart, fixed it, sounded decent, it was as good as I can make it. And Rob's like, "Hey man, you really know what you're doing, man." And I was like, I was like, "I'm trying, man." He goes, "So what's your name?" And I was like, "My name is Rulow, you know, and I'm from down here. This is like I think it was like my second show, like being on a flyer." And we started talking, and he started just telling me about his experience in it. And at the time, I didn't know who I was talking to. I was like, I'm just talking to a random guy because I'm thinking everyone's like me, just starting out, don't know shit. So then I end up getting pissed off for some reason, and I leave the venue, and I'm like, shit, man, I didn't even get a picture of him. I felt bad because I took a picture with another artist, and he was trying to get in the background, and I felt bad. But then good thing was they were at another venue down here in KC, which if you ever do that tour, I'm definitely gonna try to hook you up there. But and then I went and seen him, we talked more, and then that was it. And then he got me on that festival in Oklahoma, and I met Mr. Fuentes there. And it just kind of, then he told me about you, met him there again. I told him, I said I told him, Mr. Fuentes, it's like I'm there for every one of their shows. Like because that's how it's been, you know what I mean?
Well, we gotta make it happen, man. When I do Juggalo Night 6, we gotta bring it down.
I'd love to. I'd be there. I'd make the drive. Hell,
I think we have. It's not
before we get too sidetracked. We are approaching the top of the hour. We need to play his music.
Oh shit! Yes, we do. Okay, what's the first track? I mean, I have them all, but what was the first one that you want to hear?
Do Catch Me Running.
Catch Me. Oh, that's the top of the list. Okay, cool. So before we play it, what was where was your mind at when you came up with the song?
Just trying to tell people who I was in the best authentic way possible, I guess, you know, like trying to, it's different. It feels different. The flow is me. Like that's the purest form of me that you can get. The other stuff that is hardcore is kind of just for show, but this is, if you could take my heart and put it on the table, that's what this song really is for real.
Okay.
I can't explain it better than that.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is Rulow, and the track that he has playing right now, or we are going to have playing, is called Catch Me Running. Y'all check it out.
Anytime.
Like an alien up in my own land. Yeah, I begged for a chance and they denied me many times. Get out the way at the fan, and now it's relevant that I gotta take my own stand. Hands up, no shoot, just ain't part of the plan. Now I'm standing like a man and I be busting my shots and running from cops, and I ain't a fan. Gotta do what I gotta do just to be fine for the fam. These are lessons I learned way back in the day, yeah, they bring me down. But remember me, I'm coming back, best fighter, pound for pound. Ain't nobody gonna help me now, even though you try to stick me in the ground. I'm just a king looking for my crown. Kiss me if you can while I'm on the run. Ever since the cradle, everybody knew that I was the one. Kiss me if you can while I'm on the run. Get your money's what they told me and keep spreading the love. Kiss me if you can while I'm on the run. Ever since the cradle, everybody knew that I was the one. Kiss me if you can while I'm on the run. Get your money's what they told me and keep spreading the love. But man, I wasn't born like this. These are actions learned behind the mountain or buried in the earth. As long as I don't die here, a bum on the curb. I told my mama I'ma make something of myself, and I'm a man of my word. And all my time I kept my promises to those who matter most. So when I'm drinking champagne, I make my toast to all those who held me down. My foes tried to rock the boat. All the rhymes I wrote that they pinned my life as a documentary TV show. I'ma make my vow to live my vision tenfold. Live my life the right way and see what follows. Living my highs and lows, whatever I do is the challenge I chose. Kiss me if you can while I'm on the run. Ever since the cradle, everybody knew that I was the one. Kiss me if you can while I'm on the run. Get your money's what they told me and keep spreading the love. Kiss me if you can while I'm on the run. Ever since the cradle, everybody knew that I was the one. Kiss me if you can while I'm on the run. Get your money's what they told me and keep spreading the love. Shout out to all those who helped me get influenced. And shout out to all those who helped me from doing something stupid. Shout out to all those kids that I influenced. And shout out to all those kids that I helped not do something stupid. Shout out to all those who helped me get influenced. And shout out to all those who helped me not doing something stupid. Shout out to all those kids that I influenced. And shout out to all those kids that I helped not do something stupid. Shout out to my mom for being so patient. Shout out to my dad for laying all of that pavement. Shout out to my brother for helping me no matter what the strain. Shout out to my baby for being my inspiration. Shout out to my mom for being so patient. Shout out to my dad for laying all of that pavement. Shout out to my brother for helping me no matter what the strain. Shout out to my baby for being my inspiration. Kiss me if you can while I'm on the run. Ever since the cradle, everybody knew that I was the one. Kiss me if you can while I'm on the run. Get your money's what they told me and keep spreading the love. Kiss me if you can while I'm on the run. Ever since the cradle, everybody knew that I was the one. Kiss me if you can while I'm on the run. Get your money's what they told me and keep spreading the love. Kiss me if you can while I'm on the run. Ever since the cradle, everybody knew that I was the one. Kiss me if you can while I'm on the run. Get your money's what they told me and keep spreading the love. Kiss me if you can, the run. Kiss me if you can, the run. Kiss me if you can, the run. Kiss me if you can, the run.
Very good, very good.
Appreciate it, appreciate it.
Let me ask you something. What do you use to record your tracks?
Right now I'm using FL, like DAW. Yeah. I do everything myself.
Well, okay, so a question that should have been asked first. No disrespect, Forilla. When was that track recorded?
Oh, dude, that was a while back. That was a minute.
Okay.
Like that was when I first.
A while back.
That was actually my first ever song, ever.
Okay.
And like, that was a long time ago. I think this whole album is pretty old. I have another set of songs coming out, but all the paperwork like copywriting and stuff takes forever to get done. So once I get that, then I can release it. But no, this is pretty old.
You're saying copywriting and everything. What do you mean by that?
Well, just getting all the paperwork, like making sure that I have all the, I guess, legal rights to it. I mean, there's a website like the Copyright USA page. I'm always down to learn.
So you buy beats? Is that what you're saying?
No, I make everything myself. That's why I try to get everything.
Oh, he makes them.
I do everything myself.
Okay, well, I'm trying to figure out what you need copyrights for. I mean,
just to have it
so that way somebody doesn't steal his shit.
Yeah, to have my paper that says
that way someone doesn't steal his shit.
Oh, okay. Do you have a record label, or are you repping a record label, or
do my own thing? Just
fuck. Okay,
me as an artist.
Best thing to do is if you have a record label and all that, just buy the name. You know, that's what I did. I own Truth Records, so anything that releases he knows I own you, motherfucker. No, I'm joking. That's not the way it works here, man.
Right.
I mean, if you
speaking about that, if you own the name Truth Records, you need to redirect your attention to YouTube, because there's another Truth Records out there that's posting music and shit.
Yeah, I know that shit is old as hell. We talked to them. I have a message from them and everything. They go back and look, man. It's like 8, 9, 10 years ago, and they stopped releasing. So
there you go.
It is what it is.
Tell them what it is.
Yeah. So I mean, it's no biggie to me. I mean, I'm not all about when I do music. I'm not all about the money. You know what I mean? I love music.
Yep.
It's just the way I am. I haven't been writing much. You know, he knows that. He's always on my ass. You need to get back into it. Luna from 44 Cal ENT says the same thing. My boy Loke says the same thing. That I need to start writing. I just don't have that itch anymore. You know what I mean? This is my passion now. This right here is my passion now. You know?
Right.
So, I mean, it is what it is. JV Sensei Gaming. Can you guys rate my jam? Oh, my bad. Thought you were rating songs. No, sir.
He's just...
Not yet. We do rate songs, but we rate them like on fucking Fridays. So if you follow us, go ahead and go
Fridays on the first and third Friday of every month.
Yeah, we rate songs. So if you want to go to Truth Records or Truth
Fridays
Records on Facebook, we'll rate your song. So about Rulow, I'm sorry, dude. We got
no. You're good, bro. Do what you gotta do, man.
How did you feel? Okay. Hold on. My brain went. It crossed everywhere. What made you like? You said your dad and everything was in a band and everything. What made you finally decide to say, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and do this? I know you said you were in a band and all that.
Right.
You wanted to do a band, but what made you say, you know what, man, fuck this. I'm gonna do it on my own.
Oh, because I like creating stuff, and if I could draw everything in here, it'd be an art studio. You know what I'm saying? Because like that's how I kind of spend my time. Like that's if you ask me like what my hobby was, that I just music. Like I have all sorts of stuff in this room. Like I just moved here, so I'm getting everything straightened away. But like over at in their garage, dude, I have so much music equipment. It's just been kind of me ever since I was a child. You know what I'm saying? Like, so recording music and playing live, like hip hop music, though, I guess, is like just I enjoy sitting here at my desk. It's like a one-man band situation. You know what I'm saying? Like I can go out there and play this stuff live and perform and still be accepted. But like, I don't know, just other than the fact that this was just kind of God's way of saying this is how you communicate to people. That's just how it feels. You know what I mean?
So you have a couple tracks ready. This is going to be your first album released, you said?
Well, no, this one's been out for a while.
Oh,
I just wanted to get you a couple songs that have been out. They don't got like that much traffic, but again, like I think these songs that you're going to hear reflect me as much as possible. Like cuz the other stuff that I wrote, like that Big Roof song and like the ones are more just for like the live performances. Like I don't really I like them. I wrote them, right? Obviously, but
of course,
they don't really feel like home. You know what I'm saying? They're more like, like a hotel. You kind of see what I'm saying?
Gotcha. So, okay, you performing here in Texas in San Antonio, that was your first time getting outside of Kansas?
No, I did Oklahoma like a couple of months before that.
Okay.
I did a couple of shows with Robzilla and Mr. Fuentes and Escalade and
all of Robzilla's
J
people.
Boogie. Yeah, all of
Robzilla's
That's
people.
why he told me I needed to be there. I said, okay, I'll come. So we went over there and at the Looney Fest, and we had another like a reunion show with Brandon and Airborne. Okay. And that was the first time I went out of state.
So how often do you like perform in your city?
Here probably it's off and on about once or twice a month. It's been so this year. It's been pretty well. During the winter, I mean, it was nothing. I don't even want to get a show, but I perform like once or twice.
Do you have a goal, like how many times you want to perform, do you perform at the same place, or do you look for other?
No, I try to get other places, but there's only a few places around here that I'll bring my family though. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like I'm not going to be responsible for something bad happening to my people. So there's a couple of venues where I'll actually try to get some pull. Like down here, another shout out, Crashing Decks and ATM. I brought a whole like 15 or 20 of my people, and we just kind of demand this whole section of tables, and nice. They just but no, other than that, I try to get out as much as possible, but now I kind of feel the itch isn't as strong to perform now, because now I can kind of like pick and choose where I want to be. It's like I don't really want to go all the way to wherever, like 3 hours down that way, whenever I can perform here.
Do you think you're ready to open up for someone?
You mean like on tour?
No, I mean in your city.
Oh, you mean like for somebody big?
Like if a big tour is coming.
Oh, like okay, Forilla and Heathenist came, and I could open up for them.
I'm talking about like the
quit kissing our asses.
No, well, that's just how much I respect you guys. You guys killed that shit. Thank you. But no, I think you give me like 3 or 4 more shows so I can fine tune my stage presence a little bit more. Then yeah, I mean, I'd love to. You know what I'm saying? Like I got some light shows and shit, smoke shows and stuff that I want to start incorporating.
I think that should be your next step.
Oh yeah, for sure.
If you're ready, if you're not having that itch anymore, that means your next step should be okay. 3-6 Mafia is coming into town. Let me see what I could do to open up for them.
Right.
Jelly, Yellow Wolf is coming into Yellow Wolf is coming to town. Let me see what I could do to go to there. But the one thing I will tell you, is if you do a buy-on, make sure that you get tickets to sell so you can get reimbursed. You know
That's
what I mean?
how you make your money, right?
Yes. Yeah. I tell people that's what I do when I do shows, man. You know, you want to be on my show? Yes, it's a buy-on, but here's this amount of tickets to make your money back, and not only make your money back, here's this amount of tickets to double your money. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like you're getting paid to perform. You know what I mean?
Got it. Yeah.
Been like that with every show. Like I think the cheapest you've done a buy on in a long time was $30.
Yeah,
and
that was
so,
recent because I didn't know how.
you know,
I didn't know after the pandemic. I didn't know how Juggalo Night was gonna be. You know what I mean? So like usually my buy-ons are like either $50 or higher.
Mm-hmm. No, I see.
I mean, that's like he gave me like 30 tickets to sell, and I mean, Jesus Christ,
you damn near sell us for $5 a piece.
Yeah,
make all your money back.
Yeah.
No, that's the one thing that scares me though a little bit about like just kind of getting into that realm, I guess, is because now let's just say that you had your buy on, and I paid your buy on. How the hell am I supposed to sell tickets to go to San Antonio? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know anybody there. That's why I value things like this, because then, you know, hopefully, you know, even if it's another artist that watches or will watch, okay, he's cool. If they come to Kansas City, hit me up, because I have some pretty decent connections. But it's like, that's the one thing that scares me about going out of state so much, is because I don't want to disappoint like you guys and just have a person on. Like, who would you rather have? Me, who's not going to bring anybody and you don't even know, or a person you know is going to bring 10, 15 people? See what I'm saying?
Can I tell you something?
You're asking the wrong person.
A little secret.
Okay.
I'm going to tell you a little secret. We would much rather have what happened at Juggalo Night 5 pan out the way they did pan out over the latter. Because like he said, you definitely got a couple of fans that night, and it was definitely an oh shit foot and mouth moment.
Gotcha.
We love to see, we love to be proven wrong.
Yep. Gotcha.
And
I ain't gonna lie, man. I was iffy about you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, hey, that's okay, man.
Because I know Rob. Rob, and then like he didn't tell me that you were gonna share his set until after you told me. So when you were telling me, I'm gonna share myself with Rob Zilla, I was like,
that doesn't sound right. Yeah.
He didn't tell me shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I shit you not, man. After you told me, he messaged. So I was like, all right, cool. Yeah, he hit me up. So I mean, it was cool. But you definitely made a fan, man.
Man, I try, man.
I honestly think that you're ready for the next step. So from here on out, I think you should always keep your eyes to social media to see who's coming to your town next.
And I value that very much. Thank you.
Because you're from Kansas City, how is Tech? How is his popularity there?
Oh, God, he could pack a show. Like, it's ridiculous.
Cool. Okay, because there's sometimes, man, when I talk to people about so and so from their city, they're like, "Who?" You know what I mean?
Everybody wants to be like Tech. I think the reason a lot of people want to be like him, regardless, is because he took hip hop and he's like he fits in with everybody. There's not one person. Juggalos love him. Your gangbanger thug from New York probably could know about him still. It's like it's ridiculous.
Rockers love him. Yeah, I got
rockers love him. And he does all these crossovers with these people, so that's why he's so popular. Even if he sells out to. Well, then too, like even his whole label is so diverse, it's ridiculous. Like Ritz, who doesn't know Ritz? Or like, do you know Ritz is? Okay, see, there you go. You know, who doesn't know who that is? It's Joey Cool. Matter of fact, Joey Cool's doing a show with ATM, so now I'm trying to get a foot in the door with him to kind of show him that I'm ready to go out and do shows. Oh, Mexican OT's coming to Kansas City, and they're opening up for him. Oh, now you're a fan.
No, I'm a fan. I do like his music, man. It's just,
but he's Texas now.
No, it's not. Well, no, it's not that, man. It's he did it right, and he's becoming a popular person here in Texas. And the way San Antonio is, I'm gonna grab on the nuts on what's popular. You know what I mean? He's like, oh, he's popular. Let me suck his dick. That's just the way San Antonio is here, man. Right. You know what I mean? And he did it right. I'm just waiting for the people to come tell me, oh, you're a fan of Music and OT? What did you become a fan of? The song he did with Paul Wall? Well, I've been a fan since before that.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
Like, dude,
It's like, bro, come down. He's the song's on Spotify. I pay for Spotify, so I'm gonna listen to the damn song. That's
I have nothing against the kid, nothing at all.
Yeah, no, that's why I like how diverse that Kansas City is in music. It's just the competition is so thick. Sometimes it gets overwhelming. Sometimes it's so overwhelming. Well, because like it's almost like Kansas City is like the mecca of like the Midwest. It feels like because it's like it's
right now because Bone Harmony is old. I mean, Bone is Midwest also, man, but because they're old already, I think I agree with you. Kansas City
definitely for the local scene. It's ridiculous. Like it's almost like ever since I started saying I'm from Kansas City, and kind of like saying that in my songs and stuff, it's like people talk to me more. Like I'm not just a random person from.
So how many times do they mention tech to you because you mentioned Kansas City?
Oh shoot, like at the Juggalo night, everyone's like, I say, hey, where are you from? I was like, I'm from Kansas City. Oh, I love Tech 9. I'm like, fantastic, good.
You should use that. You should use that as fuel.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. I try to.
Fuel. Yeah, use that as fuel. So when people say, "Oh, I like Tech 9," they know. Oh, Rulow. Yeah, I know Rulow. He's from KC also. You know what I mean? Use that as fuel. Yeah.
I'm gonna work on that, man.
Yeah, I was gonna tell you, man. Tech 9 did this. I'm older than you, bro. I mean, I'm pretty sure you knew Tech 9 before. How old are you, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm 21. 22. Okay, I just turned 22. My bad.
Just turned 22. Baby. Yeah, I might have known Tech 9 before you did. Then anyway, I remember way back in the day. Tech 9 said this. He goes, "I don't care if there's one person in the crowd. I will perform in front of that one person because the next time I come back to your town, that one person will tell 5 people." And then next time I perform on those 5 people will tell 10 people. So every time I come back, it'll just start building more and more and more. And more. So I tell everybody that, man, take that advice, man. Don't take it like a grain of salt, man. Take that shit in. You know what I mean? Do not stop, man. If people are feeling your shit, I was feeling your shit, man. You know what I mean? Like I said, you made me do that double take. Like, what the fuck? I didn't expect that from him. And you did, So, I mean, who's commenting? Summer Wright. Who's that?
Oh, that's my girl. Hi.
Okay. Amazing. I'm so thankful for you guys for doing this. Did he tell you I got stung by a bee?
Oh, no. A stingray.
She got stung by a stingray.
What the fuck? Here in Texas?
Yeah, of course.
Did you pee on her leg?
No, I didn't know what the hell to do. No, we went out to the Corpus
You don't pee on the leg, bro.
Is that bad?
It's a myth. Yeah, it's a myth. Everybody says pee on the leg, it'll take the sting out.
Don't do it.
You get an infection, and then you just go to the hospital for even worse shit.
Yeah, no, we went to Corpus Ocean, and we just like ran out to the ocean, and then I came in I guess I'll plug that later. But anyway, I came back out, and she got messed up by stingray in her ankle. Boy, that was treacherous. I'll tell you
something right now, man. I'm from Texas. Corpus is only an hour and a half away, maybe 2 hours tops from me. I don't get in the fucking water.
No, we decided not to do that again. Like we were.
That's why she got stung by a stingray.
Well,
I don't know what the fuck's out there. I'll stick to a swimming pool, man.
If you read the news, I don't know what's going on with Corpus or Galveston or
the water,
Corday, but there's necrotizing fasciitis in the water.
Yep.
And they don't know what's causing it, and random people get it, and random people die. So I mean, I've never been to Corpus. I would love to go. I would love to go to Corpus, Robzilla, if you're still here. I would really love to go to Corpus and do a show. Show me the beaches. But I probably won't even dip my toe in the water.
Yeah, no, it was like, because we went on the tour to see like the battleship over there, or no, the aircraft carrier. Yeah, and we looked over the water, hundreds and hundreds of jellyfish. I was like, damn. And I was like, that is ate up, dude.
Y'all went in the water for that.
Yeah, I know. And I was like, because then when we come out at night and just 50, 60, 70 jellyfish are on the sand, and I'm like, yeah, I'm good, man. Let me just kind of stick to where over here.
Just stay away from Texas in general. Just stay. Yeah, we ain't that good, man. Everybody says Texas is so beautiful. Says the fuck who? Us Texans would be like, no, it ain't. It is.
I think that's a lot of like where you're from. You know, like everyone's like, oh my God, you have all this stuff. He's like, really though? Like I said, Mexico T. You're like, oh yeah, here comes San Antonio people.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Because you know something.
Bro, no, it's so bad. No, I do that with everybody, man. You know, it like ICP, dude. I'm fucking 43 years old. I've been down since fucking 98. You know what I mean? And then I'll get someone your age, 22. Yeah. Oh, I've been down since the beginning. I look at them like, bitch, what? What? You know what I mean? That's what I'm talking about, man. I'm waiting for those guys, those Mexican. What's his name again?
Mexican OT fanboys.
Yeah, Mexican. Yeah, I'm waiting. Oh, you only been a fan since that Paul Wall. I remember. I'm like, shut the fuck up, dude. Who cares, man? He makes good music. Just let's be a fan together. Can we do that?
Yeah. Let's just click.
You know what I mean?
Damn.
You know, I'm getting tired of. I'm getting tired of the younger juggalos doing that shit. Oh, I've been down since blah 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 blah. Like, okay, when did Carnival of Carnage come out?
It's
like 91, right? I mean, I was born 91. I didn't know who the hell they were until I do remember the whole Disney fiasco. I remember seeing them on the news when I remember that.
Real quick. Hold on.
That, I don't want to hear about.
I don't want to cut you off or anything, but are you like on a time schedule or anything, Rulow?
No, man, I'm here.
Are you good? Okay, cool. The only reason I'm asking that because our second guest has not responded to anything that we've been saying. So if you're cool, he has.
He has.
Oh, okay, cool. Okay, I'm sorry.
No,
well, let's
he has.
get into the second track. Let's get into the second track real quick.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Because we only got 14 minutes.
Yes. What's the next song you want us to play?
Hard Pill
or Chalk Draw? Hard Pill. See,
Hard Pill,
man. We're right here, bro. We're right here.
Right here.
All right. This next track is called Hard Pill by Rulow. Y'all check it out. And I gotta pee.
Through these trials and tribulations, I done made myself a better man. Through the hard times and temptations, I kept my head, now I got hella bands. Saw through your lies and manipulations. Come talking shit can get you slapped with an open hand. I spend all my life trying to run me up a check and get my cash up, and all the real ones hit the deck. And I can see I'm the last of us. You can't keep running game. Show your loyalty and respect, cause that's a must. Keep my stealing hand until that shit just runs. I keep my game tight, cause this is all I know. Do your learning as you grow. I was forced to just jump in and go. Half the shit I did, I wish I would have known the consequence before. Keep my cash in hand because I cannot trust you with my dough. I take this shit serious, then this music goes my heart and my soul. You catch me dead before you ever catch me follow. I got you guessing, but question me, you'll get your answer in a tip that's hollow. I know that that's a hot pill to swallow. Through these trials and tribulations, I done made myself a better man. Through the hard times and temptations, I kept my head, now I got hella bands. Saw through your lies and manipulations. Come talking shit can get you slapped with an open hand. Trials and tribulations, I done made myself a better man. Through the hard times and temptations, I kept my head, now I got hella bands. Saw through your lies and manipulations. Come talking shit can get you slapped with an open hand. You get out what you put in, and that's what I've been told. No matter how hard anything gets, you never ever catch me fold. I've been on my grind ever since I was like 10 years old. Catch me riding in my whip, 20-inch rims and never hitting them potholes. I got the will to survive all inside my DNA. I keep my perseverance and I fight through the violence and hate. You can't capture me no matter what the bait, no matter what I do, I strive. It's like this shit is fake. Bands in my pocket, but it never make me change. Most anybody else in this game is fake. I've been needing all of y'all, I clean my plate. Got my people comfortable and now I'm straight. If you ain't here now, then you late. I know that that's a hot pill to take. I done made myself a better man. Through the hard times and temptations, I kept my head, now I got hella bands. Saw through your lies and manipulations. Come talking shit can get you slapped with an open hand. Trials and tribulations, I done made myself a better man. Through the hard times and temptations, I kept my head, now I got hella bands. Saw through your lies and manipulations. Come talking shit can get you slapped with an open hand.
I like that one.
Well, thank you very much. Appreciate you.
I like that one. How old is that track, if you don't mind me asking?
Oh, I wrote all these pretty much consecutively. So probably about a year and a half, 2 years old. Like, they're old.
So have you worked on anything new?
I have, but I haven't put it out yet because I've been so focused. Well, I focused. You know how you get to 5 steps ahead and 10 steps back.
Yes.
And so it's like I'm writing, but then like I ended up moving, and then I get a bunch of shows, and then I got to worry about car situation. So I'd have more stuff. It's just not ready yet. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm in the getting the paperwork filed, figured out, getting it posted, getting an album thing ready for it.
Right.
But those ones are a little older. This last one is gonna be like not too older, like too much older, probably maybe a year older. But
let me ask you this: do you dub your tracks or no?
Dub, what does that mean?
Where you record one time?
Oh,
you record over it two more times.
I was experimenting with that, but a lot of the stuff that I do, so I don't do ad libs. So what I'll do is like I'll say like trials and tribulations, but I'll do that again and I'll add my effects to the outer ones and like stereo them. This stuff was my first ever time getting FL, so the next one will be better and more cleaner and just
try that. Okay. Try dubbing your tracks. You dub your tracks. You do your main one, then you do 2 more, and those 2 right there. Of course, you lower them, and then you pan left and you pan right.
Right, for like a thicker.
Yeah, it just comes out a lot more crisp. You know what I mean? I'm more of an engineer than I am a rapper.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anybody who
I used to do
tell you that. Go ahead.
What I used to do with my second mixtape is I would record the main ad lib, get it sounding the way I wanted it to sound, and then I would do 2 of the same, record 2 tracks at the same time, the backups on it, and then I would pan one left and one right.
Right.
And then I would go underneath that and then do my ad libs. And on my old studio, it was easy as shit to do that because everything was already pre-programmed, ready to roll. But this new program I have, it's not as simple as that anymore. You actually have to go through and re-record everything 500,000 different times.
He uses what I use
and
now.
I wish it would make
cool
edit.
What program is that?
Studio One.
See, I was thinking about getting another DAW. Again, I'm not tech savvy. Like, it takes me a long time to learn everything. You know what I mean?
One is a bitch, bro. It's for like it's for man. If you're happy with Fruity Loops, man, by all means go ahead. Cause I miss Cool Edit. I miss Cool Edit. Cool Edit was so fucking easy. You just click, right there, and
I still have it.
Studio One, fucking damn.
I still have it, and when my laptop wants to work, I still use it. But
Studio One is so nitpicky.
I need to fix my laptop and get it back. But anyway, we're running out the clock.
Yes. This last track that you have, chalk drawings.
Yes.
What was your mindset on this one? I'm sorry to be rushing you, bro. The conversations were just perfect.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
They get thrown out of. I've been wanting to do something like this for a long time, so that you're good. But no, okay. So quick, and I want to throw one more shout out too. You said when your laptop works. One thing I got to say is my little brother, Angelo, he built me this PC, and every time it goes out, he fixes it, and every time, and a friend of his name Ryan, they built that for me, and they built I wouldn't be an artist without them, so just got to throw that out there.
That's badass.
But no, Chalk Drawings was a song like kind of just looking around Kansas City and seeing a bunch of craziness, which you'll kind of hear it. But I wanted to kind of say it like I was talking to a kid, but also I wanted to say it like you were a kid. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like chalk drawings, when people usually say, oh, like you talk about like when people are dead and they're like outline. No, I'm talking about like when you're on a little kid drawing little suns on the sidewalk or hopscotching, because like that's the kind of vibe I'm going for, especially once you hear the beat. But no, go ahead, hit that play button.
Well, this is Chalk Drawings by Rulow. Y'all check it out, y'all.
Just like them chalk drawings that litter these streets. Can't nobody tell me anything, I will never accept defeat. With the slice of my hand, I could chop a mountain in half, but I choose not to. I just choose to influence you through the voice that I am. Chalk drawings that litter these streets. Can't nobody tell me anything, I will never accept defeat. With the slice of my hand, I could chop a mountain in half, but I choose not to. I just choose to influence you through the voice that I am. Yeah, I've seen the worst of the best, and I've seen the best of the worst. I've seen these people carry the earth, and I hope they got what they are worth. Nobody cared me, they left me lying in the dirt. Now come with murderous intentions in the midst of this verse. Pour concrete over that flower, and I know that it will still grow. If a squatter ain't home, and I know that he ain't gonna wanna go give me a reason to fight in 1,000 rounds. We can't roll. I got no love for those who look down on us after we call them heroes. The blood in my veins, in my heart, and my body, got my faith in my soul. Can't nobody come and stop me. I'm young, dangerous, and cocky. I got no time to be sloppy, but when I'm gone, I'll be one hell of an actor. Come and copy chalk drawings that litter these streets. Can't nobody tell me anything, I will never accept defeat. With the slice of my hand, I could chop a mountain in half, but I choose not to. I just choose to influence you through the voice that I am. Chalk drawings that litter these streets. Can't nobody tell me anything, I will never accept defeat. With the slice of my hand, I could chop a mountain in half, but I choose not to. I just choose to influence you through the voice that I am. Hold me down, because this world's about to get rocked. Don't think that you own me, cause you do not. You the reason I fight, there is no reason to stop. I'ma climb this mountain until I reach the top. Ever since I was a child, I felt so out of place. It's been a wild ride, I'm on a lifelong high-speed chase. There's nothing in my path that I wish to erase. All the violence and hate, there is no one on my team that I wish to replace. All my life is full of venomous snakes. I plan on going all in because I raise these stakes. My life is full of mistakes. You should be afraid of the monsters that my lyrics create. It's like this is fate, just like them chalk drawings that litter these streets. Can't nobody tell me anything, I will never accept defeat. With the slice of my hand, I could chop a mountain in half, but I choose not to. I just choose to influence you through the voice that I am. Chalk drawings that litter these streets. Can't nobody tell me anything, I will never accept defeat. With the slice of my hand, I could chop a mountain in half, but I choose not to. I just choose to influence you through the voice that I am. Just like them chalk drawings that litter these streets. Can't nobody tell me anything, I will never accept defeat. With the slice of my hand, I can chop a mountain in half, but I choose not to. I just choose to influence you through the voice that I am. Chalk drawings that litter these streets. Can't nobody tell me anything, I will never accept defeat. With the slice of my hand, I can chop a mountain in half, but I choose not to. I just choose to influence you through the voice that I am. Chalk drawings.
Was that an open verse?
Typically, can you hear me right?
Yeah.
Good. Okay, just make sure. Typically whenever I do shows and like on Hard Pill, like it had that little 16 bar kind of, I usually talk during that. I usually try to really be into the crowd, and on that song I kind of sometimes end with, and I usually, especially like on a big show, like I ended that one on the Juggalo night to thank you, Heathenness, Rob, Mr. Fuentes for all like giving me the opportunity, and that's kind of what that song's about anyway. And so I just kind of usually leave that for talking.
In all honesty, man, you should try to put something in there.
I was thinking the same.
Yeah,
I probably should.
Someone could sample that, cut it. If they're an engineer, like, you know what I mean, they can easily cut that and then make the beat their own. So
Okay,
I would kind of like say something or like I don't know. That's just me, bro. That's just me.
No,
hey, you know what I mean?
Constructive criticism, I love it.
Yeah, the track was dope, man. I liked it, but it's just that one part I thought it was an open verse. You know what I mean? Someone could easily just snag that, like just yoink,
gotcha.
You know?
Okay, yep.
So okay, I know we're kind of going over on time and everything, but real quick, let everybody know where they could get your music, where they could download their music, what you got coming up next, what's in the future for you.
Okay,
the platform is yours.
Rulow everywhere. You can look me up, Rulow on Rulow Lopez on Facebook, Rulow on Instagram, all that. I don't post too much. I should probably post more, but maybe if people followed me, I'd have more motivation to do it, right? But okay, Spotify, pretty much anywhere you can find your favorite artist, you'll find me just sitting in the background. Also,
I'm new to that. I didn't know you were on Spotify. Hold on, brother. Hold on. I like giving love to people.
Oh, sorry. Okay, we're good. Also, a couple things I'd like to say too. I have interview coming out soon. That's me with Mr. Fuentes. I knew that I have to post it still, and I wanted to use this to kind of get everybody interested in it. But other than that, thank you guys for having me on. Thanks to my family watching for kicking it so long.
Don't be using our platforms to promote other platforms, man.
Yeah. Okay, well, sorry. It's been done, and we're live.
You're lucky it's Mr. Fuentes, man.
Yeah, okay.
Everybody else.
But go ahead.
What's your next project? What do you have something coming up?
Yeah, I got a new project called Big Roo coming out soon. Like I say, I'm just getting all the little stuff taken care of, but yeah, I'll post it and I'll be letting you guys know. And you never know, I might have to get a slot from you again, and we'll talk about it more. I love our conversation, and I think
the way I end every conversation, man. What I want to do, what I plan on doing is everybody who's been interviewed with Forilla's Meltdown the first time, I want to see where you're at 6 months from now. Okay. So in 6 months, I would love to have you back on the show. I would love to see where you're at, and we could just go from there. Okay.
Hey, bro, appreciate you, Heathenist. Thank you. You guys are doing killing the game, and thanks for having me on.
Appreciate it, brother. Well, until next time, features. Are you looking for features? Would you want it to work with anybody?
Not at the moment, because this is a solo project for the second one, the second go around. But
what if people want you? What if people want you?
Hit me up on social media, and we'll definitely talk about it. I'm down, regardless of where you're at. I got a mobile studio, so you just let me know. I'm there.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is Rulow from Kansas City, man. Much love. Thank you for being a part of the show, man. Until next time, I am going to bring you down for Juggalo Night 6, man. We got to work something out. Okay, brother?
I'm down. I'm ready.
All right, brother. Until next time, brother.
Appreciate you.
Much love. Stay true to yourself. We'll talk to you soon, bro. All right, brother.
Talk to you later.
That was Rulow, guys. That was fucking Rulow. Sorry for the phone call, man. I mean, I know I should mute this shit, right? The fuck am I doing? Did you hear the phone ring?
And I do need to. Yeah, I did, and I do need to apologize on my own accord. But I've got a toothache from hell. It flared up just randomly during his time.
I hate when that shit happens, man. But it happens. You know, it happens. Next up we have Doughboyy. Is he here? Is he?
Yeah, no, Doughboy's not in yet. I just sent him the link. He was on about 20 minutes ago. So hopefully he checks his shit soon.
Okay. Well, let's find out, because we got still an hour and 15 minutes left. Guys, Heathenist is suffering right now, so we're working through it.
Give me a minute. I'll be right back.
Okay, cool. I'm going to be by myself just here talking to the air, talking to y'all. You know, it is what it is. But this is Forilla Sunday Night Meltdown. You know how I am. I don't shut the fuck up, guys. This is me. I'm always talking. You know what I'm saying? Rulow, if y'all have any idea, give me y'all's comments on what y'all think of his music, man. This show is for y'all. You know, I like to interview people for y'all. I like to introduce y'all to new sounds, new music, new people. He's from Kansas City. You know what I mean? I know Tech is the mecca over there, but I mean, there's other artists over there. You know, so. Y'all give him a listen. He's on Spotify. He's on everywhere. Apple Music, Tinder.
Grinder.
Deezer.
I'm kidding.
So yeah, y'all look him up, man. Y'all give him a follow. It's all about just showing love to everybody, man. I want y'all to be there at the beginning in case people blow up. Don't be like when we're talking about the Mexican OT. Don't be. I want you to be the person to be like, well, I knew Rulow before y'all heard of him, before he had Tech 9 on his track. You know what I mean? I want y'all to be a fan of him before he hits that spot. I want you to be a fan of our previous artists, Venom Stay Drippin', Melissa Rose, Megadino the Chemist. Who else have we had on here? Chuckles. Yeah, I want y'all to be fans. Strays are the star. Yeah, Madhouse.
JJ, Lunatic, Wicked G, Necro Ninja, Sean Holton, all the way from Australia. You know,
y'all look them up. Y'all give them a follow, guys. It's not. It don't take. I mean, guys, for y'all to follow this artist, they're not gonna start playing on your Spotify. You know what I mean? You're just following them. The same way y'all motherfuckers follow me on Facebook and y'all don't even fucking comment or conversate with me until
You're projecting. You're projecting.
Until it benefits y'all. That's when you want to talk to me. It is what it is. But I'm just saying, give them a follow. You know what I mean? Give them a follow. It doesn't hurt. Just click that like. Man, can y'all hear my chair?
Yeah.
God damn, that's my chair going, get the fuck off. So up next we have Doughboyy. He's from Colorado, correct?
Mm-hmm.
If he does not respond by 7:45, we're gonna have Dead Air again. And unfortunately, this is the last time we are gonna ask him to be a part of the show, because we have people lined up. They could have been a part of the show already. So just letting you know, brother, not talking shit, not talking down on you or anything, but this is week number 2, and I would really love to interview you. You know what I mean? Like I said, not talking down on you or anything. Yeah. Next week we have Soulja and Black Magic. You said?
Yeah, I still need to reach out to Black Magic.
Okay, we'll do that after the show. What do we have lined up for? September 24th. That's gonna be a hard one for me, because my Steelers play that day, but because I love y'all so much, I'm gonna be here.
Yeah, so we have.
I'm not even gonna put it on my fucking TV. You know, so
we have Bakri and Jonathan Hellhouse
from the Horror. Y'all heard that right. We're gonna have Bakri and Jonathan Hellhouse from the Horror. So we're working on more and more people. If y'all want any artists to be a part of this show, let them know, guys. Send them our way. Send them to the Forilla Meltdown page. Don't send them to my page. Don't send them to Heatheness's page. We're trying to focus more on messages on Forilla's Meltdown, because I get bombarded. He gets bombarded. We don't want to be bombarded together. You know what I mean? And one page.
Please.
Forilla's Meltdown.
Please be patient with me. I only access that page mostly on the weekends and whenever I get home from work. So
I access that page, but I don't access the messages. Reason being, because if I check them, he's not going to see the notifications. So I let him go with the messages, and I'm early on there, to tell you the truth. I'll go on there and I'll look at the notifications of the people that comment on post, but the private messages, I leave that to him, because I don't want to get anything mixed up. It's already happened to us once. We fucked up. We dropped the ball. We apologize. We would love to have him on the show. Hash, hit us up, brother. Hit us up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean,
we fucked up. We fucked up, and we already addressed it. So I would love to have Hash and his CTP on the show. So, you know, in the future. But it is called Forilla Sunday Night Meltdown for a reason, because we do it on Sundays. There's a couple of artists who kept telling us, well, can you do it on a Wednesday? Can you do it on a Friday? I can't do it. We can't. I'm a busy motherfucker with my kids. I'm very busy. Sundays is really my only downtime, you know. I know he's busy with work and everything, and he has kids too. So I'm never gonna take that away from anybody. So, you know, that's that. Do we have anything to discuss while we're waiting?
Um,
Are you hurting that bad, bro?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right.
I'm hurting pretty damn bad right now.
Okay. So, guys, excuse the whole. All right, I know what's something we could talk about. I don't know if any of y'all motherfuckers are into the whole fantasy football thing. You know, I'm very into it and all that. I've won money and everything from here to there. But it's funny. I'm on this new thing called Price Picks, and they're like making you pick Dak Prescott because of the odds that he has. I posted it on my social media, but the odds of Dak Prescott was passing for 237.5 yards. They didn't have
And they
no
cut
faith.
it out.
They didn't have no
put,
faith in him. They cut it out and they said, "Please, Dak, can you pass for at least a half a yard?" I was like, "Damn, a half a yard? Like, did they really like think of him? They think so little of him? Just half a yard? I know he led the league last year in interceptions. Heathen is not a sports head, so he really don't know what the hell I'm talking about. I'm a big football fan. You know what I mean? I love football. Steelers are my team. They lost today.
I would rather play it than watch it.
That is true. I would love to knock some heads off and all that shit. But yeah. Rulow, if you're still on, man, damn, we should have asked him. He said he likes to work out. I hope you tune in, man. He goes by the name of Soulja. He used to be a rapper. Now he's a strongman coach. He coaches people to be a part of the strongman competitions. You know what I mean? So I've known him for a while, man. We're gonna get him out there. I'm gonna be wearing his shirt. So if you see me wearing like not like a muscle shirt, but it's cut up and everything, I gotta support my boy. Oh. So, Mr. Doughboy, if you do not let us know anything, man, I'm probably gonna.
He just looked at the message literally like right as you were addressing it.
Okay, well, I mean, if anything, man, I mean, we'll probably cut the show short just for today, because if I would have known, I would have milked it and we would have put Rulow into it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it is what it is. I know you're hurting and everything. But again, guys, welcome to the Forilla Sunday Night Meltdown. Forgive us for the dead air and everything. We're trying to get everything situated. I know there's internet problems and everything. We're trying to get everything situated. So we're waiting for our next guest to appear. Doughboy from Colorado. Damn, Heathen, this is like you're hurting bad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I haven't felt this much pain in about a year.
Ooh. I was going to talk about relationship advice. Something I heard on another radio show. Well, something I heard on another radio show. It's what's that dude? Sean O'Malley. Am I saying his name right? From UFC. He said because he makes all the money. He has a girl, fiance or wife or some shit like that. But he says because he makes all the money and she doesn't, that he has the right to cheat. Because he makes all the money, he says he has the right to cheat and not her. That's what he said.
And with me and my wife, I make all the money, and that doesn't give me the right to cheat.
I agree. But this is a millionaire. You know what I mean? But that's the deal. That's the deal that he has with his wife. And I want to say it's Sean O'Malley, the guy who just won the world title. Like he just literally won.
I mean, what are you gonna tell him? He just won the world title in UFC. What the fuck are you gonna tell him?
Well, that is true, but I'm just saying that the thing that he said, because I make all the money, I could cheat on my wife. I could go to these parties and just pick a girl, cheat on my wife while my wife is at home being a wife. That's his rule. You know what I mean? And when people were calling in, some of them said, yeah. Some of them, a lot of them were women. Well, if he's making all the money like that, I mean, I don't see why not. Of course, you have the other women saying, oh, hell no. You know, my man's going to, I don't care how much money he makes. And, you know, I'm kind of like, he's a millionaire. He's bringing all those, you know, I agree with you. I agree.
Riches is not means towards an infidelity, because I mean that's how super gonorrhea starts.
Damn, super gonorrhea with a cape. Dun, 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 dun.
Here I come to fuck up your day.
It's itchy. It itches. But yeah, that was one of the things that I heard this past week on that show, man. And
nah, that's bullshit, man. I mean, I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and preach religion, but I mean, if you married someone, I believe with or without the government, with or without religion, if you marry someone, that is a sacred bond between you and that person. And if you go out of that bond to be with somebody else, number one, you don't respect the bond between you and your wife or your husband. You don't respect that person. Um, even though me and my wife are at each other's throats most of the time, I love and I respect my wife enough that if I feel the marriage is dead and if we can't salvage what we can through counseling, then divorce papers, are in hand before I start setting my eyes out on somebody. And it's just stupid. It's
just
stupid.
like that, it's fucking vanished. I had another fucking story that I heard, and it just fucking just went like just like that, just poof. Another story that I heard them talk about. Man, god damn it.
Well, if it's a show, I think you're talking about, they talk about a lot of dumb shit. So
yes, they do. They do. I'm not gonna give them a shout out. What show are you talking about? It is what it is. They have enough viewers and listeners. You know what I mean? Another thing was child support. I'm big on this. You know what I mean? Because I did my thing, man. I paid my child support. My oldest is already 22, I think. You know what I mean? I did. I'm done with child support. But the thing that they were talking about was if the woman loses custody to the man, should women pay the man child support?
Yes.
I say yes. But a lot of people call it in and say, no, why should she? Why should she? Well, then why should the man? You know what I mean? Child support is so evil, man. It's evil.
I'm not trying to drag anybody through the mud, so I'm not going to name any names. I know a woman who lost her first two kids. It's a really fucked up story. I'm not going to get into it, but she got married very, very young, had a couple of kids, and was not in a very safe or good situation to have kids. And so she got out. And when she tried to go back for the kids, she was slapped with child custody suits and you abandon your family and blah 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 blah. And so she did everything she possibly could to get her life on track so that way she could get the kids back. And when she was finally able to get the kids back, she was subpoenaed. She got the subpoena to go to court over custody about a day and a half too late. And so they had the trial without her knowing, and they set it up to where she had to pay a ridiculous amount of money and in child support per month, while the father, who also abandoned the kids, didn't have to pay squat. So the burden of financial responsibility rested on this girl, and it wrecked her. It ruined her for a good chunk of her life. Yes, child support is a very necessary thing, but also in the same instance, it can be used very cruelly.
I'm telling you, it's evil.
Which is what we've seen.
Yeah, it's evil. Child support is very evil. But I believe whoever has custody of the kids, the other person should pay. You know what I mean? That's just my belief. Y'all got together. The sex was fucking awesome. Y'all had a kid, and now, I mean, I know sometimes like I don't. I believe in women's choice. If they want to get an abortion and all that shit, that's their body. You know what I mean? I'm all for it. That's their body. It's not my body and everything. But if let's say if I got this girl pregnant, I wanted the kid, and she didn't. Like, in all reality, who am I to say no, keep it? It's her body. You know what I mean? To me, if she didn't want it and she don't want a relationship with you, man, that's less hassle. You're not bringing a kid into the world. You're not fucking that kid's mind up. You know what I mean? But if if y'all bring a kid into the world and you're an unfit mother and the dad has has his shit together and all that, I hate it when women say, you know what, he has his shit, he's making the money and all that. I'm just going to keep this kid to get child support from him and still struggle. Because I'm gonna use that child support to go out. I'm gonna use that child support. And I've seen women do that. You know what I mean? And when the first of the month comes or whenever the hell the child support is due, where's my money? Where's my money? I need more. I need more. That's not enough. You know what I mean? I don't mean to bring, yeah, I do. I don't even know why the fuck I'm saying that. My mom was one of those people telling me that what the child support money that I was paying to my son's mom wasn't enough. And she had the audacity to say that's not enough money for the kids that she has. And I'm like, wait. I only have one kid with her. My job is to support that one kid. And in my mom's mind, I needed to help support her other kids. That was her mentality. Yep. You know what I mean?
So I'm not gonna drag, I wasn't gonna drag my family's dirty laundry through this, but my dad has 6 kids. I have 3 half sisters from his first marriage, and then I have 2 brothers from his second marriage. And from what my mom told me is, my dad's ex-wife put him on child support and had him paying a ridiculous amount of money for the 3 kids, which is understandable. It's in the state of California. It's a high, survival. Well, what's the word I'm looking for? It's got a high it's got a high rate of something just to survive out there. And so he was paying a shit ton of money monthly, and she wasn't getting enough from my father. And so what she did was, and this was back in like the late 70s, early 80s, she would jump from county to county and file child support paperwork against my dad. So that way, not only was he paying child support in one county, but he was forced to pay child support in another county.
America.
And so this happened for a little while. My mom caught on and made my dad put his foot down, and they were able to get it to where my dad's ex-wife had to court order, had to stay in one county. And when she was served with those papers, and ultimately she lost, the court didn't favor her in that aspect. And so what she did was, one by one, my sisters joined the military. And when your kid joins the military, you're supposed to report it to the state.
Mm-hmm.
So that way they can amend the child support payments. And she didn't report that to the state. It was my mom and my dad that reported it to the state. And the conniption fit she had in court, from my understanding, was just absolutely outrageous, because the thousands of dollars that she was getting a month slowly went down to, we'll say my dad was paying $1,200 a month for all 3 kids. It went down to what, 400. It went down 400. So she was only getting $800 a month. And then the next kid joined the military, and boom, he was only paying $400 a month. And then when the last kid joined, boom, just no more. Absolutely no more. And she flipped out and tried to take my dad to court for alimony, even though she was already married to a guy that was already making a pretty decent chunk of change.
So she obviously didn't know what alimony meant.
She was manipulating.
Yeah.
Yep. She tried her hardest to manipulate the system to benefit her financially, so she never had to work again. Now, I don't know how much of that is 100% true. I only know what I've been told.
Yeah.
And knowing what I know from my dad's ex-wife, it is, shadow of the doubt, benefit of the doubt. I think a good chunk of it is true.
Okay. Well, real quick, man, have you heard anything from Doughboyy?
He said he was getting ready.
Well, it's already 7:55. Nothing. I mean, from Colorado, I know it's a different time set. We always say Central Time, so he's probably what? Where's Colorado? To our east or to our west?
West. It's like northwest.
So he's like, no, he still should be in the same time zone, no? Right?
Depends on what part of Colorado. Do you want me to try to bring another artist in?
Who do you got? Guys, if y'all want to be a part of Forilla and Meltdown, I apologize. We're supposed to have Doughboyy from Colorado in. He is not. I don't know what's going on. I honestly don't know what's going on. But if you want to chime in, kind of, you want to get interviewed, you want to be a part of the show, let us know. Give us a message. I'm pretty sure we could chime you in, because if anything, man, I don't see why we should keep the show going for another hour and a half, So, I mean, we could cut the show short today. This will be the first time ever we cut the show an hour short. I apologize to everybody. This is the second time that we try to bring him in so he could be a part of the show. Obviously, he's going through some technical difficulties. Next week, like I said, we have Soja from Payway Records a part of it, and Black Magic. Soja is a former hip-hop artist here in San Antonio, Payway Records. He's changed his life, and now he's a strength trainer for strongman competitions. So it's going to be pretty interesting next week. It's going to be our first interview of someone in that category, so it'll be fun. I'm all into lifting weights now. I mean, for those who don't know me, and those who don't know me, I used to be bigger than what I used to be. I like really fat. You know what I mean? I changed my life around. Now I'm into lifting weights. I'm into cardio. I just recently started cardio, so it's going to be a pretty good interview next week, interviewing Soja. Weightlifting is right up my alley. I've always loved weightlifting. Back in the day, I was into the strongman competition. I died off because of my illness. My hands hurt. I got this fucking illness called gout. It attacks my joints and everything. I can only do a certain amount of things. I can't really push myself as hard as I usually push. If y'all ever seen my son's pretty cut. He's a boxer. So, I mean, he's pretty cut. He's falling into my footsteps on the way I was growing up, just hopefully not mentally. He has a good head on his shoulder. He's in a very smart program in school. He's going to graduate with an associate's degree in high school. He's going to go to school for 2 more years to get his bachelor. Pretty cool. So next week should be fun. It should be interesting because he's not an artist. Am I going to play music? I think we're going to play like 2 songs, and then the rest is going to be videos of him, the way he's training and helping people get back to their life goal on what they want to accomplish in weight training. So if anybody wants to hop on right now, you come bullshit with us on Forilla Saturday Night Meltdown. Again, I apologize for not having our next guest in right now and to have the show rolling, but it happens.
Yeah, it happens. Mean, it does happen. It does happen. We gave him time.
Yeah, I'm not pointing fingers. I'm not saying it's your fault. I'm not gonna do that, man. I'm not gonna do that. It happens. People like me. I'm not very internet savvy, web savvy. I've been saying it since the get-go. I want to thank Rob Zilla from the bottom of my fucking heart and introduce me to this site that's very, very, for computer stupid people like me. You know what I mean?
Rulow says he could hop back on and we could shoot the shit with him a little longer.
Oh, well, come on in, brother. Come on in. You're welcome. You are welcome. We could shoot the shit more. For another 30, 45 minutes, you can shoot the shit. Shoot the shoot. But yeah, it is what it is, guys. Bah, what can you do? What can you do, heathenness? What can we do? It's all good, me.
About to take a 40 cal to my temple.
Oh, it's hurting that bad? Teeth. Who needs them? I'll gum you.
Take care of your teeth.
Could you imagine none of us had teeth, man? We would all be freaking sipping shit through a straw.
Gummies.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I gotta take out this fucking sad music. It's getting me. We're talking about sad shit.
Play something in the background for a minute.
Here we go. Here's this one. Suicide Boy type track. I like to steal shit from YouTube. I ain't seen nothing wrong with that. You know? No. From the way it looks like it, guys, we're gonna cut the show. First time ever me cutting the show. So, you know, it is what it is. Next time, I think next week we need to prepare ourselves for just in case. Let's say we don't hear from Black Magic. You know, maybe we can cut the show down for only 2 hours, 6 to 8 p.m. What do you think? After this month, just to let y'all know, in December we are cutting it, and we will not be back until like maybe the second week of January. So December is gonna be family
Rulow,
time.
it's the same link I sent you.
Stuff. Yeah. Oh, he messaged. Oh.
Yeah.
Same link.
Yeah.
Same link, brother. Same link.
It's the same link.
Same link, brother. So right now we have some dead air. Just trying to think of shit to talk about and everything.
My apologies, guys. My apologies, guys. Normally I'm more talkative, but this tooth pain is just hurting. Kicking my ass.
Hey, everybody, look who's back. It's Rulow. Rulow.
Thank you. Yeah, what's up?
Hey, were you just here?
Yeah, I know, man. I'm a leech.
It's all good, bro.
We can't get him to leave.
I know, I'm back.
Dead air. Yeah, we have dead air, man. We gotta. Yeah, no
take
problem.
you some Tylenol, man.
Hey,
let me take over.
Oh man. Oh, never mind. I was about to say we were about to make this interesting.
I got these things.
Oh yeah, what is that? Oh, okay, yeah. Throw some through the screen.
I don't really like these were mine, bro. But I don't smoke weed. I don't do nothing, man.
I don't either.
Yeah, I don't like things take the
brain out.
Yeah, and I took
either.
them. I as you can see, I didn't. It was filled up to here only. And I still have a lot left, you know, and it's not up my alley, man. I don't like shit like that, so I'm giving those whenever the fuck I see them. Do they expire? Do CBDs expire, Heathness?
Yeah, they do. Anything edible or consumable expires. They have to have an expiration date on them.
Spam don't.
Just a suggestion.
Spam don't expire.
There you go. So when did you guys start this podcast?
Recently, man. Technically, I did this about 8 years ago. But what I would do is like same thing I'm doing to you now. I'm doing you. Hey, same thing I'm doing to you now. How I'm interviewing you. What I would do is I would sit down. I saw that little piece that you did with Mr. Fuentes. How you sat down with him. Well, that's what I was doing at first, and I think I only got to like maybe 4 artists. You know, gotcha. I always wanted a co-host and everything, and nobody had time, so I did it on my own. And I would interview these artists, and I would sit down with them, have a camera rolling. But at the time, I wasn't too computer savvy. You know what I mean? Like even now, I don't really know what the fuck I'm doing. So I stopped it. I felt like I didn't have no time because back then I was more into my music. You know, I was constantly writing. I was always doing shows. I was always doing this and that and this and that. So I had stopped doing it. 8 years later, this motherfucker right here, I told him about it. He said, "Let's do it again."
Well, okay, you're not telling him the full story.
Well,
you're not
by
telling
all
him
means,
the full story. So
pop the fuck in.
So. I don't want to say it was way back in the day, but it was right after I dropped my second mixtape. Probably 2012, 2013, there used to be an online radio station called 210 Radio that was run by some of the guys from Hatchet Television out here in San Antonio. And so at the time, it was Forilla and the homie Hillbilly James. They were doing the Sunday Night Meltdown. They would pre-record the shows on their studio. They would send it into the guy who was running the online radio station. And then on Sundays, it would be broadcasted. Obviously, it wasn't live. And then they would rebroadcast it again on Tuesday or Wednesday. And so I was, from what I remember, I think you had Loke, you had Nightmare, you had Danny D-Town, you had me as guests, and you got me fucked up. You got me fucked up, Forilla. He got me so drunk I didn't.
That's what I do, man.
I didn't even know I was drunk, and so he kept trying to get me to say the tag, and this is Forilla Sunday Night Meltdown, and all I kept saying was, "This is 210 radio."
There you go.
210 radio,
like, no.
Meltdown, 210 radio. He got me drunk, and then Hillbilly James had to drive me home, and I'm just like, bruh.
So he was a lot younger. He was probably your age, bro.
Is that right?
Yeah, I was 21, 22 at that time, and
Well, you
and
can't.
then
Well, how old are you
after
now?
that,
Over his 30s.
Over. You see, but you guys.
you never ask a woman their age. Never ask a woman their age.
It's 2020.
No,
shit, you never know.
So I'll be 32 at the end of this month.
You guys don't even look that old though. Like you said, you were how old, Forilla?
43.
You don't look 43 to me. I don't know if that's maybe my eyes. I don't know, bro. But like,
it's because he dyed his hair.
Oh, okay, yeah, and maybe the beard.
You want to see it? Yeah, no. You want to see what I'm really supposed to look? Look at this shit.
Oh, there you go. Oh, okay. I see. He cuts that part
Gray.
off.
Yeah,
That's it,
mostly
yeah,
this shit right here would be gray, man. But I dye my beard.
I don't blame you.
Only reason I dye my beard is because I don't like just this part. Like we were literally talking about this before we went on air.
Mm-hmm.
I do like my grays. I do. I like them here because it's not all gray. It's just like line
highlight.
Yeah, and I like the way it looks. But because how black this shit is, if I was just
it pops.
If I was just to dye this right here, I would look stupid.
Right. See, like me, I grow facial hair. Like I get some chops. I'm talking about like, imagine your beard, but like cut it off, like thick
and that's
ass.
all. It just stops right there.
It just stops like right in here. Like there's a good little finger and a half, 2 fingers of like just gap. That's why I kind of keep a little goatee, a little like mustache kind of thing. My girlfriend's like, you should grow your chops out again. I have my shit to where you could grab them.
Like his beard, like Heatheness's beard.
Maybe not that long, but like it was definitely like it was there. Maybe about as thick as his mustache. Like on my face. I
could grow it, man. But the thing about mine is, you see how Heatheness is going down? Mine goes like I've tried so hard to make it go down. It don't fucking it goes to the fucking right, man.
So the weight of the hair is what keeps it going down.
Oh,
so even
shit! Because I grew
right here,
everything.
No, because right here, this part, if I shaved it, you'll notice it curves up like this.
Curves.
Like,
so is my mustache.
It'll swoop up.
I got mustache hair that goes like this.
You could do
so after a while,
little bit.
Oh, bro!
I was doing it on Friday. I was doing this.
I know you were. I know you were.
You don't remember?
Yeah.
I try to keep it like just a little bit. Like I just want a little fuzz. Like I don't want like it can get there. But I know if I start like I know if one day I'm gonna get this shit that connects right here in my unibrow, and I'm like, nah, I'm good.
Oh, dude, just wait, man. I get so fucking tired. Like my eyebrows are barely growing in. I don't give a fuck, dude. When they start getting like long, I shave the bitches off.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Everybody says, "Did you just shave your eyebrows?" I'm like, yes. Yeah, I shave them the fuck off.
That is deadly. That's crazy.
I don't give a fuck, dude. I like cut them down to where you can see stubble. I don't give a shit, dude.
Oh my god.
Like,
I had a friend of mine. Go ahead.
I've never had that problem with my eyebrows. I've never had that problem with my eyebrows. My eyebrows have been perfect.
I had a friend of mine whose eyebrows were blonde, and you couldn't see them.
Oh, well, see, that's when I shave mine. That's the way it is. Just you have long hair, right?
Yeah, I got long hair.
Okay, now imagine your eyebrows, and they're just like every now and then, like 3 of them would just go in front of your eyes.
Oh God, that'd be terrible.
Okay, so instead of trimming them like everybody, why would you just trim them? I just get so irritated. I just go.
You just cut it off. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like whatever, man. They grow back.
See, like that's one thing. Another thing about the podcast I want to ask too is like, because I really want to start talking about stuff like doing, because it's fun. You know what I mean? Shit, why not? Yeah. I work nights, and like I said, I know what I said. I text him like 2 a.m. You're like, what? But like, it's because I'm up anyway. But like, how do you find the time to be so consistent in this stuff?
You just pick a day. Pick a day when you have downtime. Yeah, just pick a day. Gotcha. Like Sundays, I know people are winding down. They get ready for the work week. That's at least 90% of the world. They're winding down, getting ready for the work week. There's a 10% that, like you, my boy Luna from 44 Cal ENT, man, he works graveyard also. you know, so he's off. I want to say, I think it's either Thursday or Friday and Saturdays. So I've been wanting to interview him, but he works Sunday nights. You know what I mean? So he couldn't do this. He goes in like at 6.
Right.
So you just gotta. There's gonna be times where people can't do it, man. PJ, he's been wanting to be XSP. He's been wanting to be interviewed with us and all that, but it doesn't work with their schedule. Yeah, but it flows with like 90% of the world. You know what I mean?
Right.
You gotta take that into consideration. Do you want to please everybody,
which
your homies and all that, or do you want to get the thing rolling?
Right.
And by the way, since okay, so I'm just gonna come out and say it. There's only maybe 2 weeks we're not going to be able to do this, and it's going to be the second half of December because it's Christmas.
Yeah,
or Christmas, Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, whatever you celebrate. It is the holiday season, and we're going to be focusing more on our kids.
Yeah.
So, with that being said, do you want to pre-record something just for XSP and Luna, and we can broadcast one at the third week of December and then one at the fourth week of December?
We'd have to talk about it. We'd have to really think about it because we don't know what's going to happen from now until then. You know what I mean? Our show could be picking up a lot more, and then you know what I mean, because that it's just like seasons. You know what I mean? Our season's going to come to an end the second week of December. We ain't going to come back until the second week of January. So that's a whole break right there. You know what I mean? So it's like we're going to take a break, but we're not going to take a break because I want to talk about what we're going to have coming up next. You know what I mean? We got a book for January and at least some of February. You know what I mean? So another thing, Rulow, if you want, man, that would help you, get a co-host.
Yeah, definitely. I need to find a co-host.
Yeah,
maybe
get it.
I'll audition this fucking fly, dude. This thing is ridiculous.
I keep seeing it fly.
Yeah, well, over where I live, there's a cow farm like right next door.
Damn, I thought we were country.
You know, I live over in Smithville, Missouri, and I love it here. It's great. It's fantastic. And we moved from downtown Kansas City, and so up here it's just complete. Like no one's ever outside.
Yeah, so you went from the city to the country.
Yeah, now instead of hearing a bunch of sirens, I hear like coyotes and shit. I don't know which one's scarier.
But, dude, coyotes, their scream is horrifying, man.
Holy shit, dude! Why are you here? Holy shit!
He wants to be part of the show. Of the show.
I guess.
But yeah, I've heard no. Is it a coyote or a fox? I'm sorry, a fox. Have you heard a fox cry?
I have not.
Have you ever? There's a video going out where it's
very high pitched.
Yeah, it's two cops going into the woods.
Oh, I have seen that.
And then it screams and they run back.
I have seen that.
Fox, bro. That's a fox.
That's ate up. That's ate up. But we were sitting outside and just drinking, and I was smoking a cigar or whatever. And then out in the distance, we're like, "Are they having a part? Like, it sounds like they're having a concert." Because you hear like, "Woo, woo," and we're like, oh, "Okay." And then it was a Tuesday night, and we're like, "There's no fucking way they're partying." And then we hear him go scurry, scurry, scurry around in the grass. I'm like, that's an animal. Let's go inside.
Yeah,
that's ate up. Yeah, I'm going inside.
Do you have anybody that could be a co-host? Do you have someone in your mind?
The only person that right now that I could think of being a co-host about certain topics is Summer, my girlfriend, because certain things we just, sometimes it's good for you, especially, oh my God, he's more violent this go around. Like you guys have different opinions on certain things.
Yep.
And me and her have different opinions on certain things. But I don't think that she'd be a very good, consistent, you know what I'm saying? It's hard for me to find somebody consistent. I was thinking about just having somebody kind of going off the cuff. You know what I mean? Like one night I want to talk about this. One night I want to talk about this. Okay, well, who do I need to hit up? But hell, it's hard enough to find a... Go ahead.
Just remember, your co-host doesn't have to be a person who lives with you, because Heathenist lives way the fuck on the other side of town. He is nowhere near me. That's why we have my co-host. We do this thing right here. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So just think of someone who you can mesh with, who could keep you going. You know what I mean?
Right.
Me, I'm a chatterbox. I don't know when the fuck to shut up. You know what I mean? But I have him to help me out.
And
Because
then
sometimes
he gets mad at me. He gets mad at me when I don't say shit. Except for tonight, he's being very lenient.
Yeah, because
he's being very lenient with me tonight. But
I could tell you're hurting, man. That sucks too. About them two things.
All right, so oh god, I never want to commit suicide more. So I do want to ask. It's a question I typically ask artists that we have on here. So every artist, you can hear in their music as they're going through phases. The first album is always they're trying to figure shit out phase, and then by the second or third album, okay, they figured out how they want to sound, the style of rap they want to do, you know, and then by the fourth or fifth album, they have their identity kind of pegged, and so they're exploring that identity. So you've been doing rap music for how long?
1 year.
Oh shit.
1 year. So you're still a baby.
Oh
so
yeah.
You're so I'm gonna say it. He's 10 years younger than me.
Yeah, okay. You've earned that strike.
So how far? I have to rephrase this question.
Yeah, you're good.
Because normally the people we do interrogate, interview.
Interrogate.
Normally they're a little. Normally they're just a little more established. They have 4 or 5 projects out, and they've pretty much got their stuff figured out. So, how much longer do you see yourself still trying to figure out who you are as an artist, or do you feel like you're already there?
Okay, so that's actually kind of interesting, and the reason I think it's interesting is because I figure I was the only other person to kind of think about it. Well, in music, I've always, ever since I was a kid, I was like, I want to write a heavy metal album, a rap album, a country album, a folk album, a jazz. I don't think I'm ever going to be able to stick to one type of music.
Don't
ever.
forget polka.
And polka, you see, I don't know about polka though. I might have to take a break on that one. But no, like I've always wanted to do something different because like I like hip hop music. See, like this last set of songs I wrote, I have like on this next project I'm working on, I got like 8 or 9, which is probably the going rate, a little under. Anyway, I'm getting a little burnt out on that style. And then the other day I sat here and wrote like a rock and roll type of song and rapped to it. So I don't really ever see myself sticking with one type of music. I think that's going to be probably a downfall kind of thing for me. But I don't know. What do you think? You think you should stick to one, or you should have multiple?
No. You do whatever you feel here.
Yeah, you should find whatever.
My music.
With. Yeah, it's whatever.
I got fans from metalheads, rock heads, R&B people, rap heads. You know what I mean? Just do whatever comes here, man. If you hear a song that you feel like you could kill, fucking kill that shit. You know what I mean? If you feel like you want to do a lovey-dovey song, fucking kill that shit. I don't do that shit, but I'm just saying, do that shit, man. You know what I mean? Don't let anybody change the way you feel about whatever the fuck is that you release. You know what I mean?
Right.
You're doing that soft shit. You doing that soft shit. Turn around and be like, and?
Yeah, right.
You know, that soft shit is getting me paid. What the fuck do you care, man? You know what I mean? Oh, that's weak. It's weak, but it's making me money. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like it's going back to the shit that I always say when about like, are you a fan of mumble rap?
Well, I take a little inspiration from it. I like their some of the mumble rap kind of flow. Like I like that kind of. I mean, like the way they But I'm like, okay, I like the da. But how can I use actual words? Like,
okay.
Like
well, it goes back from what I said before, like a couple podcasts before when, it's 50th anniversary of hip hop. It's hip hop's birthday, correct? But I remember when people would say, "Oh, you sound too much like Tech Nine. You sound too much like Bone Thugs and Harmony. You sound too much like Dr. Dre. You sound too much like Eminem." You know what I mean? They would be get your own sound, be yourself. And then mumble rap came out, and then they go trash. It's trash. I'm like, wait! Don't contradict yourself. You said go be your own person, do your own.
And now
thing.
you don't like it.
and now you don't like it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Am I a fan of mumble rap? No. Do I?
But it has its place.
Yeah, you know what I mean. That it just it is what it is, man. Keep doing what you're doing. Whatever you feel here, man, just keep fucking doing it. Fuck what the next person says, man.
Well, that's an interesting point too that you said. The like, do you sound too much like X and YZ?
Yeah.
How original is the C note? How original is the E note? It's like the billions and billions of people who have touched an instrument before you. I guarantee any riff you think is original is been used before, even if it's just been recorded, like just for practice.
Exactly. You're gonna end up sounding like someone somewhere.
Yeah, you're always gonna sound like somebody because it's not even a thing of you're trying to copy them. It's just because they exist. Like hell, I look like somebody else. You know what I mean? You look like other people. You know, I'm supposed to come up with something that someone's never heard of.
Now that's not fair. That's not fair because I'm an actual twin.
Oh, you're a twin? You have a twin,
bro? Man, when they say identical,
yep.
I juggled a night, man. I was looking at his brother, mind you, and he's my I don't want to say assistant, man, because it makes it to me that's downgrading him. He's my partner in music. You know what I mean? He's my sidekick. He's my boy in Truth Rec. You know what I mean? And I was looking at his brother, and I was
I'm an assistant.
Shut up, stupid. And I'm looking at him, and I'm like, hey, like giving him these signs and all that. Yeah. And his brother's doing like,
yeah, like what the hell are you talking to me for?
And then I look to my left, and I see Heathen is. I'm like, oh fuck, I'm talking to his brother. God damn it! Yeah. They have the beard, and dude, I don't know why. Usually when I see twins, man, they don't want to be identical.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They want to.
Well, what's funny?
It's a superpower.
What's funny is my twin brother was actually wearing the Heathenist shirt, the yellow shirt with the red lettering on it, and I wasn't. I was wearing
I thought he changed.
Dark blue Dickie shirt.
I thought he changed. Yes, because I thought he was getting ready to be Heathenist. I thought he was getting ready to perform. Nope.
No, it's him.
Fucking threw me off, man. Threw me the fuck off, man.
It's a superpower, man. At that point, shit. You know,
but yeah, man. I mean, don't let anybody criticize you on your music, man. Just keep doing what you're doing.
Go ahead.
No. Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
That's one thing. I'm blessed that I haven't ever really had a lot of bad backlash. Like, no one's ever said anything bad about my stuff. Like, that's one thing I can't say that I met a lot of bad people. Even the people that have a lot of ego aren't necessarily trying to cut me down. I think they just inflate themselves. You know what I'm saying? It's not like they hate me because I'm on stage with them. But like, yeah, that's one thing I'm blessed that I never had to deal with anybody that talk bad to me for just for the sake of it. That, you know, it's all been beautiful stuff. But yeah, no, I'm waiting for the day that I have to, you know, kind of defend my stuff.
You don't ever do that, man. Don't ever defend your stuff. Don't just let them speak their mind. Let them you need to be better. Let them speak their mind, man. Okay. I've heard it all. Trust me. I've heard it all. Mm-hmm. I've been doing music over 20 years. You know what I mean? I've heard it all. Every time. I remember back in the day when I said, because I'm Hispanic, you know what I mean? I'm a Mexican.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, you're a rapper. Oh, so you sound like SPM? I'm like, no, I don't sound like SPM. You know what I mean? If SPM was a chopper, then yeah, I probably sound like him, but I don't, you know, like whatever, man. And you're gonna get a lot of that. You know what I mean? Like your race. What, if you don't mind me asking? Are you
Hispanic, Native American?
Yeah, I can see the Native American.
I got fat cheeks, but you get
the but I mean, I looking at you, you seem like Caucasian, so they're gonna compare you to those Caucasian rappers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you're young. You know the bad thing about it, man. Caucasian people, white people, they're never gonna get away from Eminem. That's their go-to. Oh, so you sound like Eminem?
Always. It's,
you know what I mean?
The worst. I don't know what's worse, being compared to it when you're not trying to be, or when you're trying to be. When you're trying to be, because those guys, like, I love them. They're great, but it's like their music sometimes I can't listen to more than 2 or 3 songs. I'm like, okay,
Agreed.
next.
So who are your role models then? Who are your role models?
Interesting question too. I told Rob the same exact thing. He asked me this question. I can't honestly say I have a lot. Like, I don't have any people I go, I want to be like that. I think the only person I've ever looked at in music that made me want to do something like that is in a band. His name's Dave Mustaine in Megadeth. The front man of Megadeth. He's the only one that's ever actually made me want to inspired me, or like Lemmy, like from Motorhead, like those kind of rock and roll guys. But in hip hop, I think I listen to some 50 Cent music, but I don't sound like 50 Cent. I listen to like Webby. I don't sound like Webby. I like his beats, but I just for some reason will never be able to make a beat like that. It's just not.
Does everybody want to be like Tech over there?
No, a lot of people over here actually are falling into Drake is a pretty big character here. Like a lot of you'd be surprised how many people. From my experience, and some other person from Kansas City is going to have a lot of different
opinions.
Gotcha. Right. But in my world, Drake is a huge character. Who else is huge over here? Shit. Basically, just a lot of your bounce kind of party songs is just major. So go ahead.
So let me ask you this. He's in this. You might want to write these names down. Who are the top dogs besides Tech in Kansas City? Who are the local big dogs? Like over here in San Antonio, I could name the local big dogs that you probably never even heard of.
Well, for me, that's a little odd because I don't listen to a lot of rap music like that. I listen to rock and roll music, and if I do listen to music, it's local music. Like I don't really, especially if I know, like say, if I want to listen to Juggalo music, I'm gonna pull somebody that I've known up. I'm not gonna listen to something mainstream because it's mainstream.
Yeah,
but no, I mean, who's huge here? Pretty okay. If you just look up Strange Music Catalog, Joey Cool's pretty big. Ritz is big. Jelly Roll's huge. But he crossed over though.
Yeah,
he went to he went to the country music. So I guess in the hip hop world, that's not really. Juggalo music is not big here at all.
Really?
No, it's really not. Well, I guess it can be for the right names, but if you're just kind of like trying to bang Juggalo stuff, it's not. But that sucks too because that's who I kind of connect with. Like every time I've been on an out-of-state show, it's been of course with Rob. I've only been with him. It's been with the Juggalo guys, but like, I haven't ever done a show in Kansas City with Juggalos before. Who else?
You're probably not looking hard enough, man.
Well, yeah, but you think, like, for instance, well, I guess that's a good point. I that's valid. Like, I will say that I'm not really searching for them, but you think I'm sure you don't have to look for them. They just kind of, it's just the culture. Like, especially in Oklahoma, everybody was a Juggalo down there. That was awesome. I liked it.
You kind of have to look for them down here, bro.
Is that right?
Back in the day, back in the day, you could literally bump into a Juggalo every 15 minutes. And now it's like we've become so like shut in.
Yeah, kind of phased.
We still rep,
and
nobody still rep it pretty hard, but we're so fickle, especially when it comes to who we listen to locally. It doesn't matter how many ninjas you're cool with. At the end of the day, I mean, 9 times out of 10, they're not gonna show up. You know, like we promoted the hell out of Juggalo Night 5. We promoted the hell out of the Three-Headed Monster show. I mean, I'm not talking shit here or pointing fingers or busting shots. But Twisted had a better turnout than the Three-Headed Monster tour.
Is that right?
Yep. Mm-hmm. And I was supposed to be a part of that show.
It's also because. And I did raise a couple of concerns about the turnout. Turnout's not going to be what we're expecting because we're not getting both clowns. We're only getting half a clown and then 2 other clowns that make a quarter of a clown.
Yeah.
So we weren't getting the full Insane Clown Posse. We were getting half.
Gotcha.
And I mean, Isham is dope in his own right, but he doesn't have much of a following out here. Ouija Mac is dope in his own right, but he doesn't have much of a following out here, and so people didn't want to spend the almost $40 for a ticket if they weren't going to see both clowns and get drenched in Faygo. Now I guarantee you, if Violent J came out with a couple of bottles of Faygo, we would have had a bunch of last minute motherfuckers come in. But
but there was no Faygo at all.
There was none. And people don't want half; they want the whole thing.
Well, do you think more people to showed up to tickets for less? I mean,
yeah.
Is it really a pull thing, or is it like also like a kind of like a one of these?
It's just like Heathenness was saying, man. It's like, oh, it's only Jay. The tickets were $40. I'm not gonna pay $40 just to see Jay.
That's literally because when I would try to sell these tickets, like, look, who's all performing? It's Violent J, Esham, Ouija, Mac. Shag ain't gonna be there. Shaggy's got his own shit he's doing right now. Like, it's just
I'll see what's
monster. It's just these three.
Yeah. I'll see.
But that's so crazy because I went and seen here. There's a big venue at it's called Azuria. It used to be called Sandstone, and I just seen. I don't know if you ever heard them, but Mastodon, Lorna Shore, and look them up. Like, they're heavy metal.
Yeah, I know, dude. Lorna
Mastodon
Shore
sounds familiar.
You've heard them. You have to have.
Lorna Shore, and his vocals scared the shit out of me.
And Gojira
scared the shit out of me. Oh man.
But but moral of the story, I only paid $30 for my tickets, and I was front row at Sandstone, and there was like well over like 3,000, 4,000 people there. But what I'm getting at is like, that's crazy. I only paid $30 for those tickets. You know what I mean? Like, shit. I think ticket pricing needs to get checked, I think, because even local shows around here are starting to go for $20, $25 a pop, and I'm like, dude, you have less than 200 Spotify listeners, and you're expecting people to pay you $25 a ticket. That is nuts. Yep, and you're not going to pay us.
That's the thing. Something I do want to ask you as a performer, even though you're still green. Yeah. How do you feel about these artists that are more established that are either charging way too damn much for nosebleeds tickets? And how do you also feel about these artists that pull out last minute because of low ticket sales?
I never pull out, so I have a lot of kids.
You're talking about like stadium artists, though. Like, you're not talking about us, like, or me. You're talking about like,
well, I mean,
like Doughboyy,
in general,
because I know he did that.
In general.
I think if you
pull out because there's not enough ticket sales.
If you pull out and you're a whole asshole, and I would stop listening to you. Like, if I was to go to this Mastodon concert, and I like Mastodon, and they pulled out their show because they didn't sell their goal.
Who did that?
Someone recently did that.
Yes.
I know Doughboyy did that. I think Lil Baby did that. I think another girl artist did it recently too. But no, because I'd be so pissed off if I went and you pull out the show. Now, nosebleed ticket sales, it really all depends on. I think it's okay to gouge them personally the day of the show, like because I think you had plenty of time to buy your ticket. If you're really trying to get in now, this is where we make a couple extra dollars. I understand that. But now what really pisses me off about touring people is t-shirt sales. I went to go try to buy a jacket that said just the band's name on it. It wasn't that concert, but it was a different show. $75 for a long sleeve shirt. That was ridiculous to me. And I was like, you see, and I'm like, that. Now that's the type of that pisses me off more than ticket sales. Because I can understand a ticket sale. Like, you're not only paying the bands, you're paying the sound engineers, the bills of the security. Like, that, there's a lot of shit that goes into that stuff.
Let me ask you this, because you're barely starting off. You only been doing this for a year, right? Mm-hmm. Correct? Okay.
Yeah, 1 year.
What do you feel? Because we have them here in San Antonio, man. Heathenness, you know what the fuck I'm about to talk about. We've seen them. What do you think about those artists that been in the game just as long as you have, and they're demanding respect? They're demanding that they're saying that they are the shit. They think nobody fucks with them because of, I don't know,
some underlying.
Yeah. Nobody. They look at me, man. I am the shit. What do you think of those guys?
I think that's definitely, if they don't go on, because I do that. Like, my show is based around me being better than you. If I'm next show I get, I'm walking down to Chinchilla and just
no. But I'm talking about them. I'm talking about them crying about it on Facebook, on social media.
I'm gonna get there. But like, okay. If that's not part of your show, and you're not just doing it for your show and then going out and saying thank you to the people that came to your show, and you're just an asshole, then yeah, you're a piece of shit. But now, if you're gonna cry on Facebook, why am I about to take anything? I don't want to listen to your shit at all now. If you, it's all you're gonna bitch about is no one respects me. You're an entire girl if you say no one respects me. I've never heard
saying that you're a bitch.
Yeah, well, yeah. I can't. I've seen a couple of them videos, and here, it wasn't here in Kansas City, but I'd be damned if I'm about to go to a show and listen to a person rap if I know that they have a video out complaining about someone not respecting them. That is crazy.
What about those artists that? This is one of my pet peeves. I hate this. Those artists that go to shows, they're part of a show, they only go for them, they perform, and then they bounce.
That's so prevalent. I don't think you're ever going to get away from that guy. And then the worst part about it is, what if you wanted to hit them up? Like, what if I would have did that at your guys' show, and then now I would have never been here? It's almost like I'm glad it's happening. I'm glad that those people do that. Is because now I don't got to see them on a podcast. I don't have to see them at another show, because who the fuck wants to work with them? If I did that to you guys, you'd be like, okay, great, he did decent, whatever, goodbye, peace, never talk to him again. It's not even a thing if you hate me now. It's just you don't want to mess with me no more.
Yep.
I think if you're gonna do it with your chest out, and then don't complain on Facebook.
Yeah, that's you do. You man, there's so many artists that I don't want to say I fuck with. They fuck with me. You know what I mean? Because there's a lot of people that I know, and they do that and all that. And I tell them time and time again, I go, bro, you need to bring that ego down, man. I go, yes, you're good. You're good. You're not great. You're just good. And then for you just to go to a show that you're booked at, perform and bounce, and not show the respect that the person who opened up the show, because I'm one of those guys, man. I get there at the beginning of the show. I stay there to the end, man. That's how you network. You know what I mean?
It's not very often that I personally stay towards the end of the show. Forilla would tell you Juggalo Night 5 was the only time, and it's only because I have a wife and kids.
Right.
But when I was coming up and I was doing shows, I was always told, be one of the first ones there. You don't have to be the absolute first, but definitely get there before people start performing, and you stay as long as you possibly can.
Oh,
and
yeah, you have
to sit there. You let you give your props where it's deserved, and then you try to encourage people to stay for your set. And then you stay as late as you possibly can. You network, you talk to people, you make connections, and blah, 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 blah. Because who knows? They might be able to help you out, or you might be able to help them out.
I can't believe that we have to explain that to people. That is insane to me. Like me, I sometimes I need to be kind of brought out of my shell, because like I'm in like at the back of the room guy. Like me. Like with my dad, like I'm like a spitting image of him. Like we'd walk into a place like a restaurant, and we'd beeline it to the back of the room, just because that's just how we are. And typically when I do shows, well, it used to be, I haven't done it in a while, but I would take my PA system, so I would already be locked behind the DJ booth, like you kind of were, you know what I mean? And so you can't really get around to talk to people. But it's like, let's say you guys and I were just gonna go see a show, a local artist, nobody big, a local guy. If you seen me stay there the whole entire time, the next time you see me, it's like you have a little bit, it's like you have like you bonded a little bit over that one experience. And that's why I'm glad that, for instance, Rob Zilla probably wouldn't mess with me as hard as he did if I didn't go to that other show, because I left. So he probably wouldn't mess with me unless I showed up again and talked to him, showed him that I was real. Half the people, like Heathen has said, 5 people talked to him, and I was one of the only people that said hi back on and hit him up outside. We would not be here. You guys wouldn't be giving me this platform if it wasn't for me talking to you. And I just can't believe that there's people that don't get that concept. It's shocking.
Oh man, a lot of people. I'm telling you, man, it's that ego thing. It's that ego trip.
It's ridiculous.
You know what I mean? It's Oh, trust me, I'm right here with you, bro.
It's the people that don't have anything to show for it that kills me. Like, okay, I can understand having an ego if you had what your ego should to give you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I understand 50 Cent not wanting to stay all day for a person's show. I get that, because he's going to come in, do his shit, leave because he's got business to take care of. But when you're a person, what better thing can you do besides talk to people? What are you going to do? You're going to go to a show. You're going to sit there. You're going to jam. You're going to drink a little bit, flirt with a girl, do what you got to do. What are you going to do at home? Sit there and watch TV? That's what I think. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, why am I going to sit here? I don't go out typically anyway. This is
might as well stay
social.
Out.
Yeah, might as well. What, 20 more minutes?
Yeah, I might as well stay out, man. Yeah, no, I got you, man. But it's I don't know if it's like that down there in Kansas City, man. But there's a lot of that here in San Antonio.
The people I keep around me are pretty chill, and that's what I'm glad. I'm glad.
You need to keep those people around you, man, because there's a lot of people that, like I said, my ego is down here, man. A lot of people think that my ego's up here. But that's just the way I come off. It's been my boy, man, Insane Loke, man. That's my dog. If you know me, man, if you tell anyone, me and him are like this, like we're you know what I mean. He told me straight up, man, when he first met me, he didn't like me. My boy Luna from 44 Cal ENT said the same thing. He said that they said that they felt like I was an asshole.
Right.
I don't mean to come off that way. It's just my mind. I got a short attention span, and that's why I have this motherfucker. You know what I mean? Like when I have a conversation, I tend to my mind. Like I don't know why it just goes this way, and hey, come back to the conversation. I'm like, oh, okay. I don't mean to. Just like at the Three-Headed Monster tour, Heatheness. You know what I'm talking about? There's a fan that kept coming up to me, and he kept talking. He was just a fan. You know what I mean? And my mind and all that. It's just I kept walking away from him. You know what I mean? I don't. I heard you talking
about that. I don't know if it was this show you were talking about that, or it was another one, but because I was watching a few before the show, just to kind of but you were talking about that, and I was like, bro, I get the same feeling, because sometimes, but instead of talking about like this guitar, talk about this guitar, talk about this, I don't want anything to do with anybody right now. Like I start closing off because I have a social battery, and my shit starts draining.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And
me too.
And I start trying to. I'm like.
Bro, we are all introverts. And if we have to be out, at a show, like we'll just use the Three-Headed Monster tour just as a reference. It's like, we'll go out, we'll mingle with the crowd, but yes, you're right. After a while, the social battery starts to drain, and a lot of people don't understand it, and that's why Forilla and I were kind of taking it in shifts. He dealt with the full force of it. And when I needed a break, I went outside. And then after a couple of minutes, I'd come right back inside and be like, "Oh, okay, hey."
Yeah.
It's not that we're assholes. It's just we're all like, we can only like take in so much.
Right, especially when you're an entertainer. Like it's just kind of entertaining is what you want to do. You love to do it, but it's exhausting. It really is.
And especially when you're trying to get mentally prepared to go on stage.
Oh yeah, that's,
you know what I mean. When
that's something
like
else.
Me, I've always told everybody who's been a part of Truth Break, I tell them, mingle with your fans. They're the ones that make you your money. They're the ones that are gonna make you who you want to be, who you need to be. You know what I mean? So I'm always just in the crowd. I'm not the backstage person. I don't like it. I've done that I think twice, and that was when I opened up for Tech 9 in Houston. They gave us the whole royalty thing and all that. I ate in the backstage. I just felt uneasy. You know what I mean? I did my thing. I ate, and I told my boys, "Hey man, let's go fucking chill with the fucking people outside, man."
Yeah,
the backstage.
You want the people around you.
Yeah.
I'm right in the middle of that. Like if there's a sliver of liking both worlds, then because I mean, that's why I like DJing, because you get to be more in control of it. Yeah, you see it? He's looking at me. Like, fuck you with it. But anyway, I like being kind of in the backstage, but I like having some sort of working. I would be a great sound guy at like I'm just gonna say something stupid, like over like the Garden, like I would love to work just in the stadium, working with the bands. But a part of me wants to be in the crowd, part of me wants to be on stage. I think working like sound tech, like DJing and stuff is like, let me ask you this, right in the middle.
Let me ask you this, because you're talking about the sound guy and everything. Do you how do you feel, and do you rap over your vocals?
Okay, this is so interesting because I always get into arguments about this. I do rap over my vocals, and the
Me
reason
too.
I do is because two solid reasons. One, I've been to a couple of places where the sound on my mic was terrible. I don't hold my mic like this. I don't do that. A lot of people do. I hold it down, but it still sounded really bad. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, shit, man. And they can't hear me. And I did it without my backing. And also because now that's one. So at least if you can't hear anything, you're gonna hear my words. Okay, it's two is because I have this conversation with a lot of local guys here in Kansas City, and it's really big here. Like everybody argues that point. I'm like, okay, but okay, how much bigger are you than me?
Exactly.
And you don't do it.
You see, this is what makes me laugh. The people who are arguing that ain't shit.
Yeah, I'm like,
they're just locals, man.
I'm like, how much?
You don't hear Tech Nine. You don't hear Ice Cube. You don't hear Ice T. You don't hear Eminem. You don't hear nobody bitching and making this a point. You know who raps over their vocals? Yeah, you know who raps over their vocals? And it's already been proven. Cardi B. Did you see that one video where she threw the microphone? Yeah.
And it kept going?
Yeah, it kept going. So she raps over her vocals. Why is it a big deal, man?
But I don't think it's a problem. The only reason I really don't think it's a big problem either is because it's like typically, okay. I don't even know how to put words into it, to be honest. I'm just getting all flustered up because like this is such a passionate thing because people are always talking to me about it. And I'm like, dude, you're no bigger than I am. And you don't do it with vocals, right? Okay, fantastic. Even when it comes to like getting your songs like mixed outsourcing, I think outsourcing is cool. But me on my little bullshit headphones that I got for $30 before I had my monitors and stuff, I mixed all my music. You who paid hundreds and hundreds and thousands of dollars to go out and buy a studio time, you're no bigger than me.
Okay. Can you hear my voice right now?
Yes.
Okay, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, but you're lowering.
Can you hear me? Can you hear? How about now? Is that loud?
Really loud.
This is what I tell people all the time. You know what I mean? I tell people, I go, rapping over your vocals is no problem. Because imagine it just like this. Mm-hmm. Let's say your microphone's on, and then the beat's going with no vocals, and you have a shitty sound guy.
Oh yeah.
So you're rapping, and all of a sudden it does that, and you're like, what the fuck is he saying?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's that's why I rap over my vocals. Because at times you can even, I'm that guy that raps like this.
Okay.
But I have it.
But you don't cover the damn.
No, I don't.
Ball. I've seen people cover the ball.
No, I put my mouth on my finger.
Real quick.
Yeah.
Because what's up?
But real quick, Soldier's in the house.
Hey, what's up, Soldier?
Soldier's in the house.
What's up? So this is my boy.
We'll see you next week.
Yeah, from Payway. You said you were working out before you got in here.
You right?
Me? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well, my boy Soldier, he trains for strongman. He's a coach and all that. So next week it's gonna be kind of different. You know what I mean?
Okay, can't wait.
Kind of a different show. So anyway, going back to the whole rapping over the vocals, man, I do it. You know,
I don't see a problem with it.
I don't see a problem with it either. Unless you have a badass sound guy. You know what I mean? If you have a shitty ass sound man, I say do it, man. Because like I said, that's what's gonna happen. You can either sound like this, rapping, and you're like, God damn, or you can't hear yourself at all. So
exactly.
Put your fucking vocals in the damn shit and enjoy the show. You know what I mean?
Right. Well, that's what. If I'm my own sound guy, or you're your own sound guy, then maybe you might turn them off. But if you're relying on whoever the hell and their PA system, it's like, let me just take the extra precaution and then just at least turn them down a little bit. But you gotta have them just for reassurance.
That's why I make it a goal for every show that I do, every big show that I do. Look at the the reason I keep bringing up the 3-Headed Monsters tour because that was his big show. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? That was the first big show I introduced to him. So anyway, I did it to him. What is the first thing we did when we went in there? Who's the first person I introduced you to?
So the first person you introduced me to was the lady who promoted it, and then the second person you introduced me to was actually the sound guy,
sound man.
And then you told me whatever you do, don't piss this kid off.
Oh no,
piss him off. He's gonna ruin your set. And so
that's why
I looked at him and I shook his hand and I said, "We're gonna be best friends, okay?"
Yeah. That's why I like being a sound guy, because
he was so cool. Just real quick, if I can, shout out to Twin Productions for putting that show together. Shout out to the sound guy. I don't remember his name, but he definitely took care of us that whole night.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's why I like being a sound guy, because anyway. It's like I don't want to cut you off.
No, go ahead, bro. It's your time, man. Your time. No, cut us off. Cut this stuff. Fuck off.
Okay. Oh, your baby's behind you. I remember her. Hi.
They say hi.
Yeah, she was running the show damn well, man. She was checking on me. She's like, "Hey, you're gonna go on next." But no,
she slapped the shit out of me.
No, but no, I like being a sound guy a lot, because it's so funny having all these 6'5" black dudes like, "Hey, so are we okay, Rube?" Like slap me 5. I'm like, "Yeah, man, we're doing all right, but just do this, do that," calling these shots, and I'm like, man, I feel like a whole boss right now.
That's what I'm saying, man. To any of y'all rookies out there, man, the first person y'all should go be, just talk to the sound man. He's the one that's gonna make you sound good. If you're an asshole, he will make you sound bad.
And hey, another shout out, another thing. Technical difficulties do occur.
Yeah.
Don't make yourself look like okay. I'm sure you've been in the crowd and the artist starts bashing the sound guy, and it's like, does that make the sound guy look worse or the artist look bad?
Oh man, I got a story. You know who Juicy J is?
Yes. Okay.
Well, he came through San Antonio, and the promoter that brought him down didn't fuck you, Adrian. He already knows what I'm about to talk about. My cousin. The promoter that brought down Juicy J didn't support. He is not my favorite. Fuck Juicy J. He didn't supply the microphones. The owner of the venue did not supply the microphones.
That seems kind of odd.
So guess what? Guess who he asked? He asked the opener, me. Would you mind if Juicy J used your microphone? And me, I'm very, very picky when it comes to my microphone. I always have spares. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So will he use
really
my
are.
microphone? Yeah. Well, I mean, I have a story behind that. That's why. I don't let no one use my microphone. I always carry spares. So the promoter was like, can Juicy J use your microphones? And I looked at him like, the hell you mean use my microphones? He goes, yeah, I'll pay you. I'm like, all right, cool. You can use my microphones. But before he uses my microphones, I need to let you know they have no batteries. The batteries that are in there are old. You need to supply the batteries for it. Cool. He said, cool. I got the thumbs up. All right, cool. Juicy J goes on. He has my microphone, and guess what starts happening?
Starts cutting out.
The mics start cutting out, and he starts bashing the microphone. These fucking microphones suck. And I looked over and I said, "Did you replace the damn batteries?" And they're like, he just gave me this fucking ugly ass look, man. And I assumed that was a no. So right before Juicy J ended, he said, "Much love, San Antonio, man. These microphones fucking suck."
Threw it down.
Yes. Broke my shit. Broke my fucking shit, man. 2 mics. Broke them. So ever since then, I fucking can't stand Juicy J. I love 3-6 Mafia. I know he's part of 3-6 Mafia. I love their music. But I can't stand that motherfucker. Especially because you're that high up. You should... Every time Violent J...
Have your own mics.
Yeah. ICP always supplies their own microphone.
That's kind of base one. I mean? Yep. I keep a mic and a cable always.
That's the position I want to get to. Yeah, that's the position I want to get to eventually, to where I don't need to rely on Forilla. Yeah, I want to get to a position in my rap career that I don't need to rely on Forilla for the backup mic. That I can have my own badass $87 mic that Juicy J can slam dunk. I want to hit that level.
I got to get a wireless system for sure. Part of my system, like my amps and stuff, dude. I got like 15,000 watts of power. My PA system is pretty badass, but I need to get wireless. That's my next move.
Like, you don't have to, bro. Don't feed into that.
No, I don't mind. I don't care. But like, I could charge more.
That's
you know, it looks better for business. For business, it'll help me out in the future. This is my mic, man. I use. Go ahead.
I remember one time when like one of the last couple times that when I opened up for ICP and all that, they let us use their microphones.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, no, I got my mic right here. And my mic, I go all out when I buy my shit. You know what I mean? The microphone that I had at the time costed like $800-$900. You know what I mean? So he goes, no, I got my mic right here, bro. And their sound guy or roadie or whatever, he goes, no, man, we're gonna do you a favor. You're gonna use ICP's microphone. And he looked at my mic. He goes, oh, that's cute, man. What is that? $1,000 mic? I was like, yeah. But the way he said it made me fucking feel, oh, that's cute. It's $1,000 mic. No, you're gonna use this one, man. I was like, oh, I'm honored, man. Thank you. Yeah. Why are you knocking my shit?
You know, if Violent J or if ICP sound guy says, no, here, use this one, I'm gonna hold it like I'm holding, you know, God's left foot. You know,
like, bro, the sound was immaculate, man.
That's how I felt whenever you let me use your
mic. Was that the Great
mic.
Malenko show?
Oh, really? No, I don't remember what show it was.
Or American Psycho,
White Rabbit Days.
Yeah, if it was American Psycho, y'all came in pretty clear.
No, it was White Rabbit Days.
But anyway, continue.
Yeah, what were you saying about my mic?
No, when you said this is my microphone, I want it back just like this. And you like put your hand on my shoulder. And when you said that, and I was like, I know this dude is so serious right now. I was like, I am not playing, boy.
Well, the reason I'm very picky about my mic, man, is I don't know if you said you paid attention from a couple shows back. Is like I almost died from COVID. You know what I mean? I really don't let nobody put their mouth on my mic.
Oh no, yeah,
because of that reason. You know what I mean?
I put a cover. They sell covers.
Even the spitting. Yeah, but that's why I'm so picky with my microphone.
Yeah, I don't even
let this motherfucker use my mic. You know what I mean?
No. So the microphone I was using, it had brand new batteries, and this is at the Three-Headed Monster tour. Mm-hmm. It had brand new batteries, and it died. It kept cutting out, and so I looked at Forilla, and Forilla was like, "Mike." The sound guy said, "Grab one of the wireless mics." Grab one of the other mics, the corded mic. Grab one of the mics, and so I grabbed it, and he had me up and going in less than 3 seconds. And I would again shout out to that kid. What is his name?
We were cool with him.
What is his name?
I don't remember.
Better get him on, man.
Figure it out. Tell me his name. I'll stalk him on Facebook. I'll stalk him on Facebook.
Yeah, no, these mics are nothing to play with. That's for sure.
Oh no. All right, Mr. Rulow. Thank you again for hopping on, man, for killing the time. Dude, the time went by fucking quick for you.
No, it really did.
I really appreciate it, man, but it's time to...
I get it.
My family's here. You saw them walk in the door like, hey, motherfuckers, we're home. So thank you very, very much, man. Guys, y'all hit them up on Spotify, Apple Music, wherever, all social media. Hit them up on, what are you more active on? Instagram?
Definitely Facebook for now.
Hit them up on Facebook. What's your plug-in on Facebook?
Rulow Lopez.
Y'all hit them up.
Cruising in the car. That's a picture. Yeah, you do.
Okay, cool.
It's like the 5th time you've had this revelation, bro.
Bro, I'm telling you, my mind is so much shit, man. But thank you again, brother. We will hit you up, man. We might hit you up for a feature if you don't mind, bro.
I'm in.
All right, and 6 months from now, brother. 6 months from now,
I'll make some progress.
All right, so progress. Thank you again, brother. We'll see you. Much love, brother. Peace. So that was it, man. Doughboyy never hit us back up or anything. He didn't hit you up or anything.
Nah, he said he was getting ready, and then it's been radio silence. So, with that being said, all the issues we were having tonight, artists that are interested. We're only going to give you 2 shots. There is not going to be a third. We've worked around technical difficulty. We will work around technical difficulties, but if it takes you over an hour to get ready,
apologies.
I don't know what to tell you.
The show must go on. You know what I mean? Show must go on. Nothing against him.
It has to.
Yeah.
But nothing against him. It's second time.
This was his second shot. He didn't come through. He didn't let us know anything. He knows there was no communication. So we got to move on. So until next week, we have my boy Soulja from Payway Records, now a strength training conditioning coach. He will be here. And we also have Black Magic, who I don't know who that is. This was your connect.
I don't know who he is either. No, this is the Forilla Meltdown connect.
Oh, okay. He hit us up then.
He hit you up. Well,
okay.
Yeah, he hit us up on that profile.
Okay, so, well, Mr. Black Magic,
tune in next week.
Yeah. We're gonna be more prepared in case we have dead air again. So let's rearrange. If we haven't heard from Mr. Black Magic anytime this week, we're going to put you first, and we're gonna move Soulja up to the last spot if he's cool with that. Soulja, let me know.
Soldier's already got the first spot, the 6:30 to the 7:30.
That's what I'm saying. If Mr. Black Magic does not hit us up,
okay.
I want to move Soulja to the last spot so we don't have dead air at the end.
Okay, all right.
You know what I mean? So Soulja, hit us up. We'll talk. If you want to take the last spot right now, you can take the last spot because I haven't heard anything from the Black Magic person.
Well, give me a couple of days. Give me a couple of days. Let me reach out to him, and then we'll the further it gets to by Friday, I'll let you know what's going on. All right, brother.
All right. Well, until next week, guys. Remember, Forilla Sunday Night Meltdown every Sunday from 6 to 9 p.m. If we keep going through
Sundays.
Yes, Sundays. Hint the name. Forilla's Sunday Night Meltdown. We still have people asking if we could do it on Fridays and all that. It's called Forilla Sunday Night Meltdown. We do live interviews. So if shit happens, just like this, hey, it happens. You know what I mean? So until next time, guys, much love. See you next week. Soulja, we'll see you next week. Black Magic. Y'all keep it. Y'all take it easy. Much love, guys. Peace.